What's up? What's up, everybody? Let me fix this. Bam. How you guys all doing? Oh, showing off the chest. How you all doing today? Today I am. Let me see. Boom, boom. Just looking at some things really quick, making sure everything is set up well. Okay, we're good. How's everybody doing today? Can you guys hear me? Is everybody there? Got the got the baby mama coming in. What's up, baby mama?
Baby mama, huh?
Yeah,
Mm.
this is my baby mama.
What are you eating?
Oh, little chocolate cupcake, freshly, straight
Babe,
from the.
you already had dessert.
You just want to bring that up.
No, I don't even have to say what it is. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody is well.
How's everybody doing, huh? Sergio said, "What's up, everyone?" Ro P's in the house, baby. She said, "Hola, Sergio. Hope you're having a good week and that all is well with you and your beautiful kiddo." And
Hello, Sergio, Ropi. Hello, hello.
she also said, "Buenas noches, Chronicles family. Hope all is good with everyone. Cricket, I pray those new pills are not having any bad side effects on you." Hi, Jovan. I
Hey,
haven't got it.
Ropi.
Um, I haven't got the pills yet, so I'll probably go get them tomorrow.
We are going to get them tomorrow. It's that.
Yeah, just lollygagging. A little bit
No,
of
it's because you're broke.
yeah,
Just kidding. No, we got some money hitting tomorrow, so he's going to get his pills with that.
yeah. Waiting for payday. So tomorrow we'll be able to get those, and we shall see. Hopefully they don't get me sick at all. We'll see. Sergio said, "Hola, orale, Ropi. Thank you. How are you?" And she said, "I am well and blessed. Thank you." Bubba Mesa is in the house, baby. He said, "What's good, family? What's
Hey,
up, Kobe?
brother. Okay.
How you doing, brother?"
How you feeling? How's everything?
Clover 28 is in the house. He said, "Q Cricket. What's up, Clover? How you doing, brother? Tonight, let's talk about some shit. What are we going to talk about today?"
Um, I guess my concern kind of is like the back to school backpacks. Does nobody want to participate in the chess thing? Is that a bit much? Or give me your
Yeah,
thoughts on that. Um,
seems to be. I think we should just go about it normally, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. You know.
Yeah. Sergio said, "Orale, Bubba. Matt is in the house, too. What's up, everybody? Man, bunch of the
Okay.
regulars coming in early." He said, "Sup, as a cricket." And he put the little emoji.
I think because you're
And,
going on a little bit earlier, right?
oh, it's
Maybe
not
that
that
might be
early
it.
right now. What time is it now? Is it 9:30 over there?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess it's kind of early. I mean, it's early for us. That's for damn sure.
Hmm.
But I want to talk about something serious today. Let's talk about some shit, guys. Ask me some questions, guys. Nothing. I mean, obviously, you guys know. Let's uh, let's have a somewhat serious, what we're here for conversation.
I do want to say that
Gotta shake.
Chella earlier sent me a link. Um, I saw a little bit of it, but my Wi-Fi was going in and out of the store.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like these kids seem to be getting younger and younger on the violence. It's like a 13-year-old shooting back at a cop in Glendale, Arizona. There's like two of them. It's just, they're getting younger and younger. A 13-year-old?
Yeah, that's about the normal age, I think, man.
That's eighth grade. That's seventh, eighth grade for most kids.
I know. That's when I went to Adobe and remember everybody else was there.
I see. For me, that's crazy because I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
It's
mean,
kind of young.
honestly, what was crazy was, and I think I told you this, when I got out, my son was 13, and I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine. I
Can you
couldn't.
imagine him?
That's what I was about to say. I couldn't imagine him doing and being a part of all the shit that I was. I remember myself as an adult, kind of. You know what I mean? Like we were pistol packing. We was handling business. It was fights. It was riots. It was. I just couldn't imagine him living that life at that age. He just seems like a baby when he was 13, and compared to when I was 13, I thought I was grown ass adult almost. But it's crazy. It is. It is a. It seems very young. I mean, it is very young. It's just
Hmm.
I think the lifestyle just depends how some of these kids grow up because I remember it and I don't remember feeling like like I was too young. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Sergio se órale baba. El profe se que pasa calabaza que hubo gente grillo y white fans. What's up, profe? How you doing, brother?
I like that rhyme.
Hear me good. Órale, Crover. Gracias, homeboy. Sergio and Rope, what's good? Me put brothers, Baba Mesa. Rope is a sister. Sergio put, oh, you're 10 minutes early versus 10 minutes late. That's how I roll, bro. I keep you guys on your toes. You ain't gonna catch me slipping.
Hey, can you go down there and block that last message? I don't even want to say what it says. Just go down there and block it. Get it out
We won't be up. We can't do it here.
on your phone. You have your phone,
Yeah,
right?
but it'll still show on for us because of this thing. But yeah, for YouTuber, the YouTube, it'll be gone.
Oh, okay. If you can take it off.
Yeah, it's just stupid people. Stupid people.
If you can take it off.
Oh, double, huh? Okay. Oh, Bubba already got it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Good for looking out.
Yep. So, oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. No, why won't it let me take that off and do this? There we go. Block user. Bam. All right. So, I think I took it off for us too now. Okay. So yeah, let me go back and get back into this. I really want to discuss. I don't know what, but I want to have a more of a. Let's get back to our roots. Talk about some of these things that we used to talk about. Let's get into these kids, or if you guys have any questions, a little bit more serious stuff. Let's talk about something with some substance tonight. Of course, we can. We could talk about anything, any questions, anything you guys want to talk about. I just think that we need to have some. We need to get back a little bit, once in a while and talk about exactly what we think would work with these kids, how we're going to go about it. So we're coming up on um, this nonprofit becoming a reality. I got the email. I told you guys before I had gotten a phone call, then an email. So I got the email from the lawyer. It turns out I have to call him and give him credit card number so that he can file this last paper to the IRS. The filing fee to the IRS for this is $600, so I need to give him credit card information for that. But I gotta wait for payday. So, but as soon as that's done, the good news with all that is, when it's done, it's done, and I think we're getting very close to this thing becoming a reality and us being able to do what we do. And so I'm kind of getting excited about it. And at the same time, I think we need to start figuring out what we're going to do with it. You know what I'm saying? it's going to be a minute, obviously, before we can do any kind of facility like we've talked about. So in the meantime, what do we do? How do we reach kids? What do we need to do in order to make a difference, an impact, all those things? Um, or we can talk about something totally different. Ask me any questions you guys want, whatever. We figure it out as we go.
I think that we need to get out more into the community for these kids. I know that we're about it when we say we're going to do something, we do it. Lately we've been, you know, doing the whole thing. We talk about it, we do it. Um, but I feel like there could be more done. Once a month, go volunteer, or every other weekend, go do this. Something
Yeah.
has to. Um, for me personally, and everybody else, if you want to come along, also, I mean, we could do it like a group thing. But I just think a lot of kids need um, a mentor, somebody to talk to, somebody to constantly tell them, that their life is worth it regardless of their living situation. But
Yeah.
it's really hard because a lot of parents don't spend time with their kids. They give them the tablet, they give them their phone, they go in the room and they're sitting here listening to other people on YouTube acting like jerk offs. You know what I mean? And they want to be that person. They want to be cool. They want to be a gangster. They want to be a thug. They want to, and it's like, ugh, you know what I mean? What do you do? But their
Yeah.
parents aren't monitoring what they're watching. Their parents aren't telling them that that's not okay. And if you have a mom and dad that still represents the gang life, and if you have a mom and dad that is still down for the hood and this and that and acts that way, of course the kid is going to act that way and watch everything on YouTube or TikTok or whatever and think it's okay. And they
Mhm.
don't know any better. They don't know any better. But if you get people like us that, get in their ear, it might open up maybe something a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. La Tusa said, Cubo Cricks, what's good, everyone in the chat? Hope all is well. Sergio said, Orale, Matt, and Profe. Orale, La Tusa said, Sergio. Ropey said, Hola, Bubba, hope you are doing well. Bubba Mesa said, Matt, what's up, bro? And then La Tusa said, Cubo, Serge. Bubba said, La Tusa 520 was good, brother. And La Tusa said, Orale, Bubba, how you doing, brother? I'm good. Doing pretty good, mom and dad.
I hope
Yes,
you're eating better, Bubba.
but yes, 9:30. Yeah.
Not like this guy. He eats all crazy.
Don't hate.
Yeah, you do.
What's the biggest thing you put in your prison pocket? Laugh my fucking. I'm just kidding, bro. No comment, fool.
Yeah.
That was traumatizing. Those are traumatizing experiences.
It was the extra large honey bun. Don't lie.
Cortatela. Two. Sir just said, Bubba left my ass up. Matt said, what do you think about our economic crisis? Will it get better soon or worse? Cricket and shout out to everyone in the OGs, Bubba and Sergio. I think it will get worse. I don't think that they have an economic plan to make it better. There seems to be not a lot of emphasis at the top to make a difference. I think they're even raising the interest rate right now. Um, they're not. There's not a lot of counter to what's going on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of blame. Um, gas prices are through the roof, and I don't know how many of you guys know or don't know or what you know or don't know. And I don't want to speak to you like you're dummies and shit. So, but I'm gonna say, the U.S. has reserves gas, that for emergencies. And they've done it before where they've released thousands and thousands of gallons in order to kind of try to help with stuff like this. And it'll bring the price down sometimes when they do that. I mean, compared to what they buy, it's minuscule, but it could make an impact and they're not even talking about shit like that. Releasing the reserves. They're not talking about um, lowering the interest rate. They're not talking. They're not talking about any of the things that you usually hear to counter stuff that's going on right now. Um, Real estate is flying through the roof. Renters, everything. I mean, all the staples, milk, eggs, cheese, all of those things that they take a look at is when for the economies, it's showing that everything, inflation is
I think it's like at 8.6% now
yeah, it's flying
or
through the roof.
higher.
I mean, it's crazy. Inflation is going, uh, you know, there's just so much going on with it, and by not countering, I mean, it's going to continue to be that way. So I think we're in it for the long haul. I think that we better prepare for that shit. I think we need to, I'm not, again, I'm not, I'm not the little chicken that cried that the sky is falling. I don't think it's, to the point where you're going to have, you know, cans of beans at home to make sure you're okay. But it's going to be tough times. If you look at all the staples, like I said, everything has gone up. Your paycheck isn't going to go as far as it used to. As far as vehicles are concerned, I mean, used cars are through the roof. Rent is through the roof. I mean, if you're not right now already in a home that you've purchased, where your mortgage is basically stable, you're in for some bullshit, man. Because all these renters they're upping the rent, like without any kind of, they're just like you'll just get a memo in your or what a flyer in your damn door saying, hey, we're raising the rent by this much this month, and it just keeps on happening. So yeah, I just think paychecks aren't going to go as far as they used to, and people are going to struggle, and it is what it is for a while now. For I think at
I
least
think
the
it's going to
foreseeable,
get worse before it gets better.
yeah, at least for the foreseeable future. I'm not sure what's going to happen when the elections start coming. I'm sure once we get closer to that, then they'll try some things to try to tamper this stuff so that everybody thinks they came and saved the world. It's gonna be a little bit too late, man. I think, but that's it. You know, it's not like it ain't happened before. At the end of the day, we gonna be alright. So we just move on and live life. So as long as my cupcakes don't go up, I'm good.
Oh my God.
Bubba Mesa said I blocked
And
him.
I do want to bring something up. I do want to bring something up that's kind of old that we had this discussion like on, I don't know, December maybe. We told the story about the pudding,
Oh, here we go.
and I did make him pudding today, the banana wafer pudding. And I actually made him his own separate one, so that there'd be no drama in the house. Just thought I'd put it out there. I redeemed myself. I feel better about myself. He had his own done. No more of, I
Uh,
ate the whole thing. I did you wrong. I redeemed myself tonight. So,
no, you did because it had nothing to do with the pudding originally.
yes, I did. I made you your whole bowl, your own.
Okay, but that had none. It doesn't fix last time's issue. It had nothing to do with the pudding, not the flavor, not the kind, nothing. The pudding was not the issue last time. We've discussed this before, and everybody in the chat knows what we're talking about.
Okay,
And
I
that
thought I redeemed myself tonight, but I
it
guess
was,
not.
it was great. Thank you, baby, for the pudding.
All right.
Thank you for not eating my pudding and disrespecting me again. But
Well,
it had nothing to do with the pudding. It could have been soda. It could have been a pizza. Whatever it was, whatever the issue was, it had nothing to do with what the contents of what was in the plate. It had to do with your
okay,
action.
then I think we're even because I recall one time that I had some bomb Chinese food left over, some sweet and sour chicken. And I was like, in the morning, I got up. Get that look off your face because you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you do.
No, I
Yeah,
do.
you do. And I was like, oh, I'm going to wake up and, I'm going to just have my leftovers. It was gone. This guy ate it all. And you remember that clearly because you laughed about it.
That's what we do, though. It has nothing to
Okay.
do with the other side.
So I think we're even. I just thought I redeemed myself tonight. That's all, but I guess not. But
Man.
anyway,
Bubba said, of course, I
let's
don't
talk
want
about
mom
something more serious.
to see that TMI. He said, oh, well, then I asked a good question. AC Lopez, what's up, man? He said, Miss Dispensa, a lot going on. Yeah, it's all good, brother. 80s baby laughing. What's up, homeboy? Heart like Tony said, hell, oh. What's up, fool? How you doing, Heart Life? He said, hello, I guess. El Profe said, how can we get the youngsters engaged now during the lives, even before the nonprofit facility kicks off? That's the hard part, bro. I don't think a lot of them, this isn't really the genre for them, I guess. And, I think they've moved on to TikTok and all that. And listening to us here, we don't get it much. I remember we used to have a few of them come in. We had the little vato from Texas. We had the one from Phoenix that Jovan still talks to. But we had a couple other ones. I can't. What was that one's name? Killer something killer or something shooter or something like that. I can't remember. But man, that kid, he would come on. I remember he was like kind of close minded. His brother or his dad was doing a life sentence, but he would come in and listen, and yet not listen. You know what I'm saying? But he was here, and I felt good about that, and I haven't heard of him. I haven't heard from him in a while now. So there's been a few, man, and um, I think it's hard to get them to come here and engage with us here. But anybody that can get some to do so, man, I wish if we could get some kids to come in here. Anybody has nephews or anything that are in that shit and they want to ask me questions. Matter of fact, check this out. If we can get some kids in here to really come in and engage with us, I'll do away with the no war stories rules. I won't do it. I won't do war stories the way most people do, obviously. But matter of fact, I would do away with it now. I'm not against talking about stuff from my past or pinta stuff. I just won't say it in the way, I won't tell it in the way that I see people do it. I don't want to do it where it sounds exciting and fun. You know what I'm saying? Because it was none of those things. Um, so anyway, now, if we can get some kids in here, man, that'd be great. Sergio said, hey, Muffin. Bubba said, what's up, Heart Like Tony?
I think that, like I said, our channel obviously is not like that entertaining channel. It's not the crazy one. It's not the drama one. So I feel like sometimes maybe they're not watching us and maybe watching something else on YouTube and TikTok. And they probably just feel like, oh, they're just old people. I know what they're going to tell me. Do good with your life and blah, blah, blah. You know how kids are. That's why I feel like I personally need to get more involved, hands-on out there in the community. So when I get back, I'm going to look into it, like volunteering or just doing something. I got to figure something out when it comes to the youth and get in their ear or something.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I mean, that's where I feel too. I mean, I would love to get more involved. Like I said, man, if they came on here and asked me questions or wanted to know certain things about that lifestyle, about the clica, about the individuals, about any of that, and anybody would like to know, I would definitely talk about it. I just it's just gonna be in a way that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and make it sound like it was exciting. I'm not gonna make it sound like it's all of those things that it is. That people try to. When you listen to it, it sounds so distinguished. You know what I mean? Like it was whoa. Um, I'm not gonna do it like that. You're gonna hear it the way it really was. I will tell you right now, prior to killing an individual, you are scared. You are scared. You are nervous. You are afraid. You don't know what to expect, especially the first one. Um, and then after doing it, you are scared. You are paranoid. And that doesn't go away. I'm talking years of paranoia. Like, fuck, are they gonna, am I finally caught? Um, and of course, you play it off, right? They can't catch me. I used to say that. That was my catchphrase. That was what I say to Jovan and to man. They can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. That's what I used to say. I used to tell the cops that shit. You know what I mean? It was a game, but it wasn't a game. Within myself, there was nerves that were like, fuck. It was no way to live. It was always wondering when you would lay there asleep and wake up and like, man, is today the day they're gonna kick in my door and get me for that shit? It never ever goes away. You don't sleep soundly after that, and that's just that part of it. There's also the thoughts of the individual, the people, and I know that the taking of a life is, that person, they're gone, right? You're not hurting them anymore. That's it. But all the people that are hurt behind it, if you have any kind of soul, if you have any kind of, remorse, thoughts of that, and I do, I'll admit it. I'm a soft motherfucker. You know what I mean? I feel for people, and I felt for people. You know, so it's not as easy as motherfuckers would like to portray it. Maybe if you're a homicidal maniac that don't give a fuck, yeah, maybe you could do it that way. Most people, I'm pretty sure, dealt with it and felt it the way I did, and that's the fucking truth. There's no, there's no glory in that shit. I think Angel Chavez, I think the surrounding lifestyle we grew up in, the guidance was not really positive, but more, this is your life. Yeah, you're right. Bubba Mesa said, Angel Chavez, I agree. Awesome person said, I remember we were focusing on getting kids away from crime, kids who are already going down that path. That's the main, that's absolutely the number one goal, bro. Awesome person. That is absolutely the number one thing. Kids that are on that path, kids that are 12, 13, 14, thinking gangbanging is cool, thinking, you know, us at that age. Those are the ones we need to reach. Those are the ones that need us, um, that need to be able to sit there and talk to us, to ask us anything they want, to talk shit to us if they want. All them. All of those things. There's a
I,
lot of
I think the challenge is going to be, though, like if we sit down and talk to kids, we get them for a few hours a day. They still have to go home and deal with their parents. And if their parents aren't on board and their parents are living that lifestyle too, it's going to be a challenge. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean, it's a challenge, but that's the challenge we're willing to take. And I think that, uh, I mean, I'd be happy with a couple hours a day. I don't even think we're going to get that much with some of them. You know what I mean? Some of them, it's going to be, we'll have minimal time, but hopefully the the stuff that's why the stuff we say, the things we talk about, the whatever story we do tell them has to be impactful. It has to be something that sticks with them, where they can say either number one, I don't want to be like that dummy and do all that fucking time and lose everything I got, or two, really make them think twice about any kind of, you know, taking of life or something. You know what I mean? Just, there's, it just has to be in a very impactful meetings, no matter how many they are, you know? Again, we're not going to reach them all. We know that. We can't save the world. That's not we can't fool ourselves into thinking that. The ones that we do, the ones that listen, the ones that keep coming back, those are the ones we need to focus on and celebrate. That's it. That's all we can do. Bubba said, Jovan said, jerk off.
Yeah, there's a lot of jerk offs on these things.
Bubba Mesa said, awesome. What's good, bro? Hey, Bubba said,
Oh,
awesome.
hey,
Orale,
AP.
AP, said Sergio. Heart Life said, Sergio Velasquez, remember that 90s chick group? Which one? It's a lot of 90s chick groups. Awesome person said, hey, Sergio, I feel like we should really be more targeted to kids already getting in trouble. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's, but I think we need to get into that community. That's the whole point of starting the nonprofit. Right now, there's not a lot we can do. You know, we're doing what we can right now, and we're doing the best we can. Um, in order to really target them, we need to get this nonprofit rolling and get into that community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that I got denied to go to Adobe and talk to the kids. That would have been a good start. But like I said, once this nonprofit is rolling, we can then approach like juvenile probation and parole officers and all that other stuff and try to get involved a little more in that society. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of part of the world, you know. And then we could really start trying to impact some of them. I mean, it's just going to be a matter of us um, kind of going for it. You know what I mean? Going after it, basically. Let me see. Kids already get in trouble. Sergio said no comment means it was 9+ inches. What the hell?
What?
Oh, you talking about what was in the prison purse? 9+ inches. That fool crazy. Sergio said, or Bubba said, Sergio laughing. Muffin, LOL, yeah. Sergio said, Bubba, LOL. Oh, G Thoughts came in with the GOAT language.
He is a goat today.
There it is there. Mr. Goyo said, Mr. and Mrs. Cricket, good evening. I send mine to you and to everybody on your panel. Much love, respect. God bless you all. Yay, yay. What's up, homeboy?
Hello.
How you doing, Goyo? Sergio said, órale, G Thoughts. Bubba said, Mr. Goyo, what's good? Hope all is well for you and your family. G Thoughts said, órale, ese. Bubba Mesa said, G Thoughts, what's good, bro? And he said, just living la vida chivo, ese. Geronimo said, Geronimo's in the house. He said, what you know, Chronicles? What's up, Geronimo?
Hello.
602 Phoenix, órale, Chronicles familia. And then Sergio said, órale, Geronimo. Bubba said, Geronimo, my brother, how is everything? Heart Life Tony said, sup, hubba bubba, burning rubber. Sergio said, órale, Phoenix 602.
That's funny.
Sergio said, órale, go yo. Kiki G is in the house. He's what's popping with the people. Órale, Kiki G said, Sergio. What's up, Kiki? How you doing, brother?
Sergio,
Four.
where's your brother at?
Right, out there running the streets again.
Uh,
480 is in early. What's up, Mr. Cricket and wifey fence? Why the gas price so high, Cricket? Because the Russia war.
hey,
That's what,
480.
that's what they say, brother. Yeah,
That's what they've been saying, though. We know it's not true.
yeah. It's hard to call it, but yeah. Geronimo says it's all good in the hood. Babies are home safe and sound. Are they back from Califas? That's cool, bro.
That's cool.
Phoenix 602 said Cubo Sergio Velasquez. 480 said Serge with the thumbs up. Orale 480 said Sergio. What's good, Serge? Said Kiki G. And then Chele came in and said, Hola, fam.
Hello, Chile.
Do I sound like one of them football announcers?
No, you don't. You got a little bit of an accent.
Stupid.
Maybe if you were on Telemundo, yeah.
Shut the hell up. Sergio said, I vote we banned pudding from your household. It
No,
wasn't
that's good.
had nothing to do with the pudding, bro. You've heard the story. Don't start.
I thought I was being nice tonight, but I guess not.
Sergio said you were nice tonight.
I thought we were having a good day.
We are.
Okay.
Sergio said, "Hey, Chele." Hard Life said, "Was it ain't your mama's banana pudding? That's the stuff. Did you use Chessman Pepperidge Farm cookies?"
What? No and no.
No, she used vanilla wafers, fool. 480 said, Cricket, you get your pastillas for your treatment bottle? No, not yet. I gotta go pick them up. They're there though. They called in the prescription on Monday. So I gotta go pick them up. Heart Life said, take it easy with the pudding comments. Children are listening. Mr. Goyo said, Mr. and Mrs. Cricket, my wife makes me that pudding whenever I want it. She makes it with banana, strawberry wafers, whipped cream, and banana pudding stuff is so delicious. Yay, yay.
Well, that's cool.
It is good. It absolutely is. Sergio said, muffin, LOL. G-Thought said, I don't understand why everyone hating Poopy Pants Biden. Since he been in office, everything is looking up. Rent is looking up. Gasoline is looking up. Food is looking up. What's the problem?
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Yeah,
All
I
the
saw this.
stores are making money.
Yeah, it's funny because, this was a while ago, but there was like that baby formula shortage. He had no idea. He had no idea that there was a baby formula shortage, but he was more concerned about helping like trans kids and stuff like that. That was like his main goal. You know what I mean? So it's like he's got his priorities a little bit, but hey, y'all wanted him. There he is. Have fun with that.
Sergio said, G-Thoughts, LOL. Chele said, okay, call when here.
Oh, don't read that. She texted me to tell you don't read that.
Oh.
It's an accident.
El Profe said, I like the Q&A for the youngsters. Although all our engagements are good, we Chronicles would need to be bystanders and let you respond to their questions. It'd be good for them to hear you. I think it'd be good to hear a few of us, bro, not just me. Honestly, I would like them to be on here and listen to us and not just me because um, you guys you guys can confirm and I can confirm what you guys say, right? You guys can confirm what I say and I can confirm what you guys say. We, those that have gone through it, know it, right? So it's not just me where motherfuckers can say that weak fool just couldn't hang. He never had it in him. All that bullshit they say, right? Just be honest. You couldn't hang. You weren't as hard as you thought you were. So you had to drop out because you didn't have it in you. All true. I don't care. Whatever. Very true. I left it. I walked away. I couldn't hang. It wasn't what I thought it was. Um, I wasn't as strong as I thought I would be. I couldn't choose that over my family. So, whatever. Um, but at the same time, I can then also tell what I feel about it, what I think about it. And I think most of the people will confirm most of the shit I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's not fucking all, you know, tamales and spreads. You know what I'm saying? It's not all good times. It's not, you know, none of that. You know what I mean? So by me telling these, while you guys being here, me saying, telling my side of it all and my stories, and you guys telling your stories, I think we confirm each other the fact that the fucking prison sucks. Well, fucking shouldn't take a genius to figure that out, but for some reason, a lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people think the pinta is, I don't know what the fuck they think because they're cool with going there. They want to go there. They want to be a part of that life and be cool and be hard and all this shit. But I'm telling you that that's a facade. Most of those vatos that are acting like that don't really believe that shit. So don't put yourself in, don't do that to yourself to try to prove to the same motherfuckers that really ain't about it. Don't prove it to them by leaving your family, losing your kids, losing your parents. If your parents die while you're in, or being basically someone like your parents, like, or your mother, like upsetting your mom. Everybody wants to talk about their jefita, and I love my jefita. They tattoo their mom's name on them and all this shit. But we put our mothers through that type of shit. I mean, there's so many contradictions, so much hypocrisy in this lifestyle. And it's because it's not true. Most of it isn't true, bro. This shit is not what you think it is, or what these kids think it is, or what we thought it was. And so I think that us talking about it in a real way shows that, proves that, right? And when we talk about when we get into the point of the clica, right, of whatever prison gang you want to talk about, you then you can get into the backstabbing and all that, because there's so many stories of that. It's not just mine. And so, and I've heard it where people say, man, well, these dudes get on here and um they talk about how they were betrayed, and why don't you just say, you couldn't hang? And it's one and the same, bro. It's one and the same. I couldn't hang. I didn't like the betrayal. I couldn't hang with that. I wasn't with it. Oh, but you're a killer. Why did you can't kill everybody, right? The numbers are gonna beat you. You're only human. There's no superheroes in this game. So yeah, I had to go to somewhere where motherfuckers wasn't gonna be able to kill me. I'm not gonna let fools whack me. I know it can happen. I'm not no superhero, and I'm not trying to let it happen. So, when motherfuckers want to talk about how strong this dude was, because even though he knew he had a hit on him, he walked the yard. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck what anybody think. You think I'm weak or not? At least I'm out here with my son. Period. Fuck you. It's the way it is. And I think most people would think the same way. Um, there's a few that would let their pride get in the way of that, which is sad, because pride or any of that shit is what gets you in that position in the first place. And it should never be more important than your kid, than your girl, than your mom, than your whatever you got in your life at the end of the day. So anyway, yeah, you're right, Profe. Russell Soto said that soul follows you around. You can feel and sometimes see them. Yeah. Joey Kills. Oh yeah, you remember the name, bro. Yeah, Bubba. That's the one. Joey Kills. No, that's another. That's the other one. That's the one that my girl still talks to, right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was another one though from Texas. If you remember, his dad, I think, was doing a life sentence. He came on one time and he talked and he said, he wanted to hear more of what I had to say, but he just that his dad was doing life because someone told on him, and he can't see. He could never see telling on anybody, and all of them. He was adamant about all kinds of little things, but he was still here to listen. And I was telling him, ain't nobody telling you. This isn't a. I'm not here to tell people to tell on people. I've never said that in my life. I've never sat here and said that that's what people should do. I'm saying avoid it altogether. Don't get involved at all. Don't put yourself in the position to have to tell, or what's really going to happen, motherfuckers tell on you, right? I mean, I'm not saying go get in trouble and then tell. No. I'm saying avoid it altogether. Don't get involved. Don't tell. Don't do nothing. Don't do it. Go make a better life for yourself, for your family. Make it, avoid all this heartache and hardship. Forget all this shit. This life is not, that lifestyle is not, is nothing to celebrate. It's not, it's all bad.
I just
So,
think the influence of YouTubers and TikTokers, they really do a number on these kids. You know, even if they're in jail for prison for 1 week, they come out and, oh, I'm hard, I'm this and that, and the way
yeah,
they talk, or even if they did go to prison, they get out. You know, you just did 5, 10 years and you get out and you're still acting like a jerk off. Like, stop it. You're on a platform. You have the responsibility to not influence, and you're influencing and you don't even know it, you
yeah,
know, and it's crazy. And they know people love drama
yeah.
and they get involved in that, these TikTokers and YouTubers, and they love it. And it's like, you guys are grown people and you don't even know that you're influencing these kids to look up to you guys. Like, it's I feel like if you went to prison and then you got out just like you, and you know, you started this YouTube, it's your responsibility to not look crazy and act crazy on here. Trust me, I'd shut it down real quick. You know, it's no, you wouldn't be.
I don't
You
know about
wouldn't
all
be.
that. I don't know about all
No,
that.
seriously, you just can't. You just cannot.
But I can't because I can, not because you won't let me.
No, but I mean, I would tell you, like, hey, you look like an idiot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
But I already
it's,
know that. That's why I don't do it, and that's why I say what I say when here. You know what I mean? Like that's why I question the other. So many other ones that just I don't know.
like I said, you do have kids that like really on TikTok. Like really, they were in there for a week and they get out, you know, and they're showing their guns and I got shot and I was in there and I'm on the ankle monitor. Look at this, ha ha ha, and they're laughing about it. And I'm just like, they don't know what they're doing. They're doing so much harm to these kids because the kids want to see that. They want to see the drama. They want to see the excitement. They want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
You know.
480 said, I want a war story, Vato, about sinner whacking a carnal in bad standing. LOL, just kidding.
Uh,
Yeah, sinner was a fool, man. He was definitely a fool. Bubba said, I'll get my son on. He listens with me. Yeah, that's feeding me right there. For real.
oh, that's nice.
Ty, and if he has any questions, tell him to ask, bro. Ty602 said, what up, folk? Oh, folk?
Oh, hey, Ty.
Isn't that gang words, bro? It's just plain. Sergio said that little hoe is MIA. His brother.
How is life? You know, that's what he does.
AC Lopez, anyways, don't know what to say, but all parents hug your kids because when they go become broken, I'm sorry. Yeah, brother. Like I said,
Yeah.
condolences. I know you didn't want to talk about it, so I'm leaving it alone. But condolences, brother. Art Life said, "Sup AC." 480 said, "White Fence, can we get a war story, please? When back in the day you were running multiple phone lines to all prisons and county jails,
Oh
having
my.
full having fools in bad standing whacked all over the state. Thanks."
First of all, no, because that never happened. So no, we will not be talking about that. And you can get that look off your face real quick.
I think you should be honest. They
I'm being
deserve
honest. I'm being
they de-
honest. I'm being
they
honest. No,
they deserve honesty.
I'm being honest. I never did that.
Okay, moving on then.
All right. You
El
guys are fools
profe,
for real. I can't stand you guys.
el profe loco says, Simon, I hear you, Grio. I guess the ones that made it through without going all in have some good to share. Ideas on how to not fall victim. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And even the ones that did go all in, bro. You know what I mean? And once you're out of it, everybody has something to say in this game, bro. A vato that grew up in the barrio and ended up becoming, let's just say, right, a lawyer or a doctor, but all his homies are in and out of the pinta, dope fiends, whatever. That man has something to say about this life, bro. Why did he choose that? How does it feel about being that? What does he think of his homies that went the other route? Why didn't he? There's so many reasons. All those things are. It's all part of this lifestyle. We all got those homies that I remember, bro. We had a couple homies that was like, we were like, man, that them dudes are always gone when the shit happens, and we would talk shit, fucking pussies, man. These dudes, that motherfuck that dude, man. He's never around when all the. You always got to go home when it's about to be blasting time. You know what I mean? But those are the smart ones, right? Those are the ones that turned out to be somebody, bro, while we were all nobodies. You know what I mean? And that's the fucking truth, bro. I don't care if you become a carnal in the joint, bro. You're the leader of the fucking scumbags, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. They don't make you nobody, man. It's like, do it on the streets, become a CEO of your own company and give people jobs and help people so that they can raise their family in the correct way and you raise yours, and not, getting some 18-year-old kid hit because, he sat in the wrong section in the kitchen because he didn't know any better or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all a fallacy, bro. It's a fantasy world that they've made for themselves, bro, and they've turned it into something that's ugly, bro. Like, they could really, it could have really been about something, right? I mean, I guess, I mean, maybe not, but what if there really was some kind of cause that has nothing to do with violence, nothing to do with hurting people, just, hey, this is about staying out of prison and this is what we do or whatever. I don't fucking know. But instead, no, it's the total opposite. It's all nothing but violence. It's killing. It's dope. It's fucking, obviously, we know, being, jealous of one another. It's being greedy. It's all of that. All of those things that don't scream carnalismo to me.
I think what I like would want to tell people also, like the kids, is, when you get older, it's you want to make a good living to where you're comfortable. But do you want to have everything and all the money and just sit in a home all by yourself? Or do you want to have family and friends around? Like that's what makes you rich.
Yeah.
That's what makes you rich. Going and getting an honest paycheck, that's what makes you a rich person. Doesn't matter if you're picking up trash on the side of the road. You get an honest check for that. Regardless if you're, in a little house or a huge house. It's where the love is at, and it's just like morals that they need to be passed on to themselves, like within themselves or family, and then when they get older, they can pass it on because a lot of these kids, I feel like they don't have like the morals because of who's raising them. You know what I mean? So maybe installing some of that into
Yeah,
them might help.
maybe. Sergio said in the chat, we have people that participated at every level of gang life. Yeah, absolutely. Every part of it, and pre-gang life that didn't go that route, and post-gang life. All of it. All of it. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna mute
480.
really quick.
Okay, babe. 480 said white fans used to hate fools and bad standing. She said, you know what? You signed up for now. You want out. I don't think so. You hear that,
I
babe?
said that.
That's what he said.
That's what I said.
That's what he said.
I don't remember saying that.
I don't know, babe. I don't know where
That
these.
sounds like something I said. I don't know.
Matthew Edwards. I don't know who that is. AC Lopez said, "Real talk, losing the kids." Yeah. Awesome person said, "Maybe posting up outside of task and handing youngsters flyers." Yeah, también. There's so many ways, bro. It's just a matter of getting this thing started, and then you just hit the pavement, bro. Um, you got to be out there on the street. You go to these parole offices, probation offices, the kids. You talk to the counselors. You talk to, you can go to task, like you said. There's a lot of ways to reach them. And once we start making a name for ourselves, like, yeah, this is just a real nonprofit that's really doing stuff and all that, then I think I'll start getting accepted to some of the places, the juvenile facilities and stuff. Again, when I was hoping and I requested to go to Adobe to talk to the kids, obviously it's just me. I have no organization behind me. Um, you look at my record, and I got what I got on it. Um, so there's no, I mean, it was bound to get denied, right? But once we establish a little bit, and I prove myself some, and show that, what, I'm doing for, what I'm doing, and it's all for a righteous cause and all that, then maybe hopefully, um, they'll change their mind. Who knows? They may just invite me, instead of me requesting. But it's just gonna take time, and I get it. I'm not, it doesn't. I said it when it happened. It didn't. It doesn't deter me. If anything, it makes me wanna get to the point where I know where they accept me, because then, obviously I'm doing something. You know. Heart Life said, "Belly busting prison tamales made me feel like I was going to be all right back in '96." Yeah, that's proactive, AP, said Heart Life. 480, she's like Griselda.
Who's Griselda?
The cocaine queen from fucking Colombia.
First of all, I was an innocent person at one point. I was just an
Griselda.
innocent person that was in love with her boyfriend, so no.
Griselda Blanco. Is that her name? Awesome person said, "We can tell them to come on the live and just talk about their life and all that. Once we have the facility, we can even invite them." Yeah, absolutely. Yes, yes. 480 said, "It's possible to do whatever you want in your life. I used to think I was missing out while incarcerated, but when released, everyone doing the same thing. So in reality, I didn't miss out on nothing." Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it, but I still look at it though, bro, where I missed out on memories. And as corny as it sounds, bro, um, that's important. It's like, I remember when I was a kid, like Christmas, and still to this day, Christmas is my favorite holiday. You guys would trip out on me. Like, I would, in my cell, coming up to Christmas time, I would put my TV on Christmas music or my boombox, and I'd play that shit loud. I'd have people from other cells like, "Damn, what's wrong with you, Cricket? You tripping?" Laughing shit at me. I'd be singing Christmas carols in the shower. When I was active, bro, the carnales be laughing like, "What the fuck? You be tripping, yo. You love this shit." I love Christmas, bro. I would hook up my cell. Um, Christmas was my shit. And I wish that I didn't miss out on 20 of them on the street. You know what I mean? My family was always the type that, family would come from Mexico around Christmas, or we would go to Mexico. When I was younger, when I was little, back then, you would go to Nogales, and then from Nogales you could take a train into Mexico, like to the F and shit. We'd be on the train for 3 days, going to Mexico for Christmas. Um, the train was fun as fuck. You know, it was just like the, you know, all those memories, bro, that I lost, 20 of them, you know, and more, because juvenile is, you know, obviously there was a few missed out there too. So, um, and besides that, there's so many other things, you know what I mean? But that's the one thing that, like, those, that's my example of, like, fuck, man, I lost out, I missed out on so much, you know. Um, it sucked. AC Lopez, how's your son? Said Chele. Unfortunately, Chele, he passed. So that's what we were talking about. M. Smitty Kyle said, dudes playing that gangster rap, glorifying the life. When the kid guys playing the tunes are in their grandma's basement with a laptop. Yeah. Yeah. Heart Life said, that's it, gang. Giovanna's shutting it down. She warned you, dude. Awesome person said, Miss Crickets, you helped him with the phone lines.
Um, okay, let me clear this up really quick. So I did have a blow up line in my house, okay, but it was forwarded, so I don't know what happened on those calls. I was never on those calls. I never did that three-way thing on that call. Don't shake your head. What?
You're lying.
Why am I lying?
I don't know. Why are you lying?
I'm not lying. What are you talking about?
When was it forwarded?
When I would forward it to Triste or Jennifer
Okay, but then when you would do the three ways for me, or for Evil, or for anybody else,
after Margie's house,
yes, I didn't stop being a carnal after Margie's house.
I would just forward the phone.
For me too.
Okay, well, I don't remember. I guess I did a couple of three-way calls then. That is
Little
no
Rob.
bueno. Oh, I forgot about him.
Oh yeah, forgot.
It's just this.
Greyhound.
Okay. I forgot, you guys. So, oh wow, that was a while ago.
Wow.
I thought that was on the other phone lines at what's her name's apartment. This is the phone line that I got in my house?
Yeah, well, when I got out, I was only out 4.5 months. You got pregnant. I went back in, and then we put the phone light in your
Oh,
house.
that's right. That's right.
It's
Because then I had the
all this. It
baby.
was all the same people.
That's right. Okay. I had to. Okay, I get it now.
Once I went to
I
the,
was wondering why would she have her phone lines and then I had one, but I remember that. Yeah, it was after all that. Okay, but
yeah, because then that's when I wasn't talking to Longo or Margie for a minute.
right. Okay. Well, anyways, I have no idea what was going on those. I'm just let the record show. And I had to do it because I was scared for my life. And I'm just kidding.
Oh, what the
I'm
hell?
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I forgot all about that phone thing. I forgot we got that after the baby.
480 said there were so many cold or hot nights because the cooler and heater were out of order. Do you to be told when you can sleep, eat, use restroom, and have no say because you're locked up? It's the worst, degrading. Yeah, absolutely. That's true. All of that is true. You're an adult with with no say so over your own life. LA Dodgers said, "How going, cricket and wife? I hope all the Chronicles family is doing good." What's up, homeboy? How you doing, LA Dodgers Blue?
Hey.
480 said, Ty 602. What's up, bro? Heart Life. I used to smuggle mixtapes in by having Zia Records rewrap and mail them to Apache. I realized afterwards, dang, I could have continued my illegal business. Yeah. El Profe Loco. Well said, Sir Joe. Chele said, AC Lopez, I send my condolences and prayers.
For sure.
480 said, having prison burritos and tamales made me feel I'm what I'm missing out on. Yeah, I mean, again, like I've said it before, human beings it's in our nature to make the best of what we got. You know what I'm saying? And camaraderie is part of that. You know, you make friends, in quotations while you're in there. And, you sit back, you have spreads and all that. But it doesn't mean that everything else vanishes. All your losses, all of your heartaches, all of the stuff that's going on in your personal life doesn't just disappear because you sat back with some fools and made a spread and clowned a little bit and joked and had fun. Um, you still have all those personal issues that are caused by being in the position you're in. Period. It is what it is. You can't just get rid of that stuff.
Is it kind of like the struggle that you went through, like just because I took the bus, you know, doesn't mean I want to do it again. You know what I mean? But you made like the best of what you had, kind of. Is it like I'm gonna laugh about this later type of deal
No.
when you're doing your son? Okay, all right.
Why would you laugh about it later?
Because you're out and they're not, and you changed your life. You're like, oh yeah, that was
Yeah, but I don't compare me to them. I just look at the shit I lost. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Their
Okay,
life
okay.
is on their life is on them. I mean they gonna do what they do. But all the losses that I have are still there. I still get to sit here and think, fuck, man, I don't, I missed out on so much. I lost so much. My abuelita is now 94, about to die. There's 20 years there where I didn't get to spend with her. Um, there's so much other shit, right? Obviously, but it's like, yeah, I don't compare it to them. I just see it for what it is. Uh, how convenient she forgot, said Sergio. LOL. Right?
I did forget about that. There's a lot of things I forgot.
Cricket, those lines you don't discuss, shh, said Chele.
Right?
Sergio said, AC Lopez, my condolences, bro. Ben Cuevas is in the house. He said, Kiwo Cricket, Jovan and the Chronicleros familia. Jovan, you know what time it is. Tapping in from the Jale, waiting for this motherfucker to slow down at work. They keep hammering the hell out of me. Ben Cuevas says again, I'll be working around 70 hours this week. That's where I've been if you haven't seen me in the show. What's up, Ben?
Oh, hey, Ben. Look
How
at
you
Ben
doing?
working. He is just he's a little working machine. I bet
Yeah.
you're like so valuable to them, Ben.
But she definitely knows what time it is, brother. Yeah. But and you know
I
that.
do. It's 12:27 p.m. where I'm at. I can even give you the weather if you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scorching hot.
The weather is nice and warm because daddy's home. 480 said there were days when I felt like, why should I do the right thing in here and get out on my date if I have no one? I feel lonely deep down, but I can't show it. But I just told myself it's gonna be okay. Yeah, I mean that is I think probably one of the most common thoughts. I told you guys I hit the pinta when I was 17. They gave me 6.5 years, and I remember counting like, and it sounds so stupid now that I'm a little bit older, but I would be like, man, I'm not getting out till I'm 20 fucking four. Like, I'm gonna be an old man. Fuck that. Like, what's the point? My whole life is gone. Like, that's how I thought. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm going hard in here. And I did. That's when I approached the Carnales and was like, hey, anybody that needs to get got, send me. Um, it was stupid. I was dumb. But again, that's the childish mentality, right? You're a kid and you cannot see what time is. You can't. 6 years is forever. And now thinking about it, like, fuck, 6 years ain't shit. You know what I mean? The 20 years ain't shit. You know what I mean? It sucks. I hate the loss that I had in it, but I got through it. And I wish I would have got through it without getting involved in all the rest of that bullshit because, I would have, it would have been a lot easier road, put it that way.
I think for like a lot of kids also, like even if they feel like they don't have anybody, like I want them to know that their life is just it's meaningful. Live for something. Even if you're by yourself, you eventually will grow up, meet somebody, get married, have kids, and start your own family, your own traditions. You're not going to ever be lonely in this world. You're going to grow up one day and find somebody, but your life is worth it. It is meaningful, and just to throw it away over your friends or, nonsense. And I think a lot of kids just feel it is the end of the world for them. It's not good at home. They had fights with their friends or whatever reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they go through it and they're just like, screw it, I don't care. I don't care if I'm about to go commit this crime. I want to go. I want to do, some of them have that mentality,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody's just not there to let them know that they are worth it. Their life is worth it. Unfortunately, it's sad that kids feel that way.
Yeah, it's sad, but I think that's prevalent in there for real. I think it's huge because again, I mean, as a kid, which there's so many in there, a year is a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like anything, the kid's mentality can't fathom those type of consequences. They just can't, and it's sad. It sucks that um, judges and prosecutors are so quick to throw kids away. Uh, and I get it that there has to be consequences to one's actions, but I just wish it was a little more. It would be a little more. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to put it. Like kind of. I wish it wasn't so black and white. You know what I mean? A 17-year-old kid should not have the same consequences as a 30-year-old man. Period. Um, because they can't understand it. They just can't, and they're more, I think, susceptible to doing the crazy shit that would get them the rest of their lives in there because they pretty much see it that way anyway. It's crazy. Mike Bristol says, saludos from Sur Califas. I had 2 bad infections with pick lines y todo. Did they find a vein ayer? No, they didn't, brother. They couldn't get me. So the doctor just ended up, they they prescribed me Zyvox. I guess that, yeah, Zyvox is what it's called. And that's supposed to be a real strong antibiotic. I haven't gone to pick up the prescription yet, but I'll probably pick it up mañana. Mike Bristol said, yep, we get a case of the fuckets. Definitely that. Yep, that's the best way to put it.
Well, like what you were just saying right now, I don't think kids understand how serious it is until, they go to court. And I had seen this video a while back of like some teenager girl. She killed her grandmother. And when
Yeah.
she was in court, she was kind of like laughing about it. Like, I don't think she knew how serious her charges were going to be. And that's what everybody was saying. Like, this little girl doesn't know what's about to happen. Her life is about to change right now.
Yeah.
Like they just, yeah, I'm going to get in trouble or they're going to let me, that's how they think. But
Yeah.
it's just too bad.
Definitely that. Yeah. 480 said, it's okay, Miss Cricket. We all made mistakes, some more than others, but you changed your lifestyle for the better. Good. Became a great mother and a wife, and look at you and Chronicles family are doing now. Yeah, babe. See, I'm
I
glad you're
changed
doing.
my life.
I'm glad you're doing better, girl.
Shut up. But I also, that's another thing though. You can have the perfect life and then it can just hang out with the wrong person, the wrong time. You can get involved in some things and your life can just go from day to night real quick. And that's what people need to understand too. You know, you could, I don't know.
True story. Sergio said loneliness is hard. Some people can't deal with that, so they surround themselves with anyone who wants them around, good or bad. Yeah, that's
See,
true too.
I couldn't be lonely because it's like I'm so used to my family. But if I had to be by myself and just be by myself, I think I could entertain myself. I'd have fun
Yeah,
by myself.
yeah, right.
Well, because I'm used to my family, but I'm like to say I didn't have my family or I didn't have, you know what I mean? I still wouldn't feel like my life wasn't worth it, like living for.
Yeah, well, I think you might change your mind if you're sitting in the joint and they're telling you you're not going to get out for the next 10 years.
Mm. I'll find me some pen pals.
Well, a lot of fools do that too. Irma Martin, saludos from Southern Califa, sending mine to everyone on the panel. God bless you all.
Hello.
Eyes don't lie. Watcha? No trigua yesterday, fool. Good evening, all. Pertaining to this topic again, we have to go back to parents.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Like I said, I know we're gonna be sitting here talking to these kids about not doing what they shouldn't be doing. And it's gonna be hard because then they're gonna go home and then see their parents
Yeah.
acting a fool. So it's gonna be hard to get them out of those bad habits.
Chella said, kids like the 13 and 14-year-old today. The 13-year, I want to kill cop, and said, aim for cop's head. Now is facing attempted murder. Yeah, they don't understand the consequences of those type of actions. It's childish mentality. It just is what it is. And that's not to say that they don't deserve consequences. I'm just saying, they cannot. I don't think the consequences should be the same as they should would be for me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, because they don't think the same as me. They're not mature like me. I know that if I point a gun at a cop's head, something bad's gonna happen. Some of these kids, although they know something bad's gonna happen, they can't fathom what bad is. You know what I mean? I can. I know already. I'm mature enough to know that probably means prison for a long time, losing a lot of people and a lot of, life. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just can't yet, the kids. They think, I'm little still, I'll go to court and they'll put me on probation or I'll have to pick up cigarette butts or whatever the fuck they think. But it definitely isn't what I think or what I know, you know. Eyes don't lie said parenting is almost everything.
It
Very
is.
true.
And I wish that a lot of these adults would take responsibility, but you can't change them. They're set in their own ways. You can't. I mean, maybe some will, but if they haven't already and they're on their third kid, I think it's going to be really hard for someone to come up to them and say, "Hey, be a better parent."
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
Well, yeah, definitely that. Uh, Chella said, I'm like, you don't tell the cops that son, you're 13, right?
Yeah.
480 said, doing 20 years, especially when you're older, man, starting your time is a long time. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a year is a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like any loss of life,
3 days is a long time.
I wouldn't go that far.
3 days. Yes, I missed my mother's birthday. I wasn't there for her birthday. I missed 3 days. And I didn't even like get to call her or be there. And I talked to my mother every single day on the phone. You
You
know how
didn't
hard
call
that was for me?
you didn't call her because you didn't want to call her.
Well, I couldn't let her know where I was. I mean, it's no, anytime. It's a lot of time.
Eyes don't lie said they shot and killed the kid instead of capturing and examining, so we avoid another horrendous event as such.
Wow.
Mike Bristol said it's important to be careful who we surround ourselves with and who we listen to. That's definitely true. These kids, but I mean, I guess for us, but for kids, that's even more dire. You know what I mean? Because they're so susceptible to to listen to anything. You know what I mean? If they just kids are so worried about being cool, being accepted, being a part of something that you know they'll seek it out, and unfortunately, a lot of the times they'll find it in a negative way. You know what I mean? Um, it's just sad, man. That a lot of it is that
That's when the parents don't need to step in, though. When they
yeah,
notice a change in behavior, when they notice a change in the dress, when they notice a change in their friends, you know who your kids' friends are. And if you don't
yeah,
know, then you should know their names and their parents. Really, you should get to know them. But that's when you start seeing those changes in your kids. It's like when you should lay it down. Like, hey, sit down, have a talk with them. No, you can't dress like this. No, you're not going to talk to me like that. I notice your grades are slipping. What's going on? And that's where it needs to start, the disciplining.
yeah, for
And it
sure.
usually starts around junior high when they're at that weird age. And then, 14 years old, like a 14, 15-year-old should not be running your household, period.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's why I think so many the broken home fucking pandemic that we're in really. There's so many. Everybody's a 50% home. You know what I mean? Like you got the mothers only, the fathers are gone. Um, these kids, they truly need both parents in the house, and if not that, at least some type of other figure, right? Um,
That and stop being your kids' friends.
yeah,
Get your
but
own friends. You're like 40. Go find a 40-year-old friend and hang out with them. You could
yeah,
become friends with your kid when they're 30 and, then you guys can relate. Stop trying to be their best friend.
yeah,
Yes, you guys get along and things like that, but they need discipline. They need
yeah,
them to put it down and let them know, like, no, I love you. I'm your parent and we're cool, but you're grounded. Like, this isn't okay.
yeah.
And it,
It's just
and
statistics just don't lie, and the broken home is a big issue. Obviously, it's just I don't know. I think that's one of the things that I think needs to be tackled by organizations. You know what I mean? Just try to fill some of those voids or answer some of those questions that these kids are gonna have because of that.
I just think that, like, the parents need to take responsibility too. Stop
Yeah.
acting a certain way, dressing a certain way, looking a certain way if you see that your kid is mimicking you and it's in a negative way. Stop having all these men in and out of your house, or whatever. I don't know, but it's the parents that need to step up and take responsibility for their human beings. And
Yeah.
if you don't know how to, then stop having kids. Or, is there anybody in your family that is stable that they can go stay with or something if you can't?
Hmm. Eyes don't lie said I can't imagine leaving my kid I created behind or lost for another woman, let alone some pussy and partying. Yeah,
Right. That's
that's
right.
absolutely correct. Yep, that's absolutely, and what's sad is so many motherfuckers do, bro.
You
It's
do.
it's fucking sad that happens. That I don't understand that mentality. I really don't. Um, these poor kids, man, they get left behind for real, and then blamed for it. And I again, you know, there has to be consequences to one's actions. But fuck, man, some of them just like almost. Jovan likes to say it about me. It's not true, but she says, "What do you say? I never had a chance, or what the fuck do you say?"
Oh, in
You're,
life, when you were growing up, you never had a chance.
yeah,
You didn't. You everything about your growing up, your life from when you were born, like this guy never had a chance, poor thing. No,
poor.
seriously, like it's sad, but it's true. But I mean,
But
everything worked out in the end. Look, but I mean, honestly,
I
now
don't,
if you look
I
at
don't,
my life and your life, yeah, I did have a chance. You, on the other hand, didn't,
you
and
know,
it
it's
wasn't
different.
your fault.
I don't know. I don't believe that about myself, but I do think that there are kids that don't that
You didn't have a chance.
chance.
It was messed up from when you were born.
Well, I mean, there was some messed up aspects, but I
Yeah,
think
and it didn't get any better, and it went all the way into it just was. It was bad.
eyes don't lie. Said I'm in a custody battle now. Yeah, that sucks too, but at least you're fighting for yours, bro. Because some motherfuckers just abandon theirs. Chella said, "My one day was hard. You tell me I'm doing 20 years, I'm done before they take me. Sorry, I can't do that time."
Exactly.
uh, eyes don't lie. Se órale, vato. No, three. Oh, no, three wives. LOL. Thank you. But makes no difference, mano. What matters is for message to get out there. Yeah, for sure. Oh. Timo is in the house. He said,
Who's
"Que
that?
onda, gente? What's up, Timo?"
You see how he just comes in and just tries to say like, "Hey guys, what's
Yeah,
up?"
real quick. Just say,
Yeah, just try
"Que
to
onda, gente?"
like
Like you,
we didn't notice he wasn't here earlier. Just
like,
kidding.
and then Chella said, "Bro, you late, Timo." Eyes don't lie. Said, "I can't imagine leaving my kid behind for my selfish needs and desires. Chale, I won't even bring another woman to my kid's life to confuse her. My kid is my responsibility." Yeah, and
Absolutely.
it's too bad more vatos don't take that more serious. You know what I'm saying? Because it does have a detrimental effect on our kids, and and we can only blame ourselves if we do that. And of course, everybody's accountable for their own actions. But God damn it, if you're a father, um, you got to take that responsibility serious. You know what I mean? Um, I know I'm somewhat hypocritical. I wasn't there for mine because I spent all that time in the pinta. But I tell you what, I was on the phone almost every day with my son. Jovan allowed me to at least pretend like I had say so. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, he wants to go to his friends. Can he? And he'd be like, "Daddy, can I go to my friends?" And I would act like I gave him permission. And just it was always I was always in his life, and then that's why when I got out, there was no transition, none of that. It was just
It
stepped
was
right
just like, "Hey
into the
dad, you're out."
exactly. There was I think he has never said, you weren't there for me growing up. We've never had that fight that I thought we would. Um, None of that shit. So uh, I just I know I know a lot of the issues are for the homies that are torcido. The broad is to blame because she's not. Well, you're to blame for being locked up, obviously. But once there, if she does not allow you to continue in that life and make it a little easier for the child, it's not about the dude. It's about the kid. Um, then you just can't. But you have to fight for that when and if you can. It just is what it is, man. Eyes don't lie. Said we talked about the last time. Kids do what they see and express what they hear. And if the kid's DNA has trouble already, you got yourself some work. Yeah, that's probably true. No, not probably.
I don't know, because my kid didn't get none of that DNA. I even if he wanted to, I mean, he would try me. Trust me, he would. He's
Yeah.
tried a bunch of times, and I shut that down before it would even happen. One time is the only time. with him is all he needed.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it also had to do with like where he lived, the neighborhood, me on him. He had good influences around him. You know, just his dad was what he was, but he didn't hang out with people like that. You know, I didn't have my brothers and sisters or my uncles and everybody acting crazy like that in front of him. So that wasn't a lifestyle. The only people that I knew that were like that was Cricket's friends. Other than that, I didn't know anybody else like that. So I think that helped too, is the way he grew up also.
Yeah. Chella said, I hate the videotape and spoke. I hate they videotaped and spoke freely because they don't know better and the cops grill you in the interrogation. Mike Bristol said they think they're gonna get away with it. Like you said, Cricket has proven their brains aren't developed. Yeah, for sure. You never think you're gonna get caught. I mean, fuck. That goes on into fucking adulthood. You know, we can't fake that shit. But especially that, you know, the kids don't. They're not fully developed. They don't know yet. They're not mature yet. They haven't gone through things in the life that have, you know, life lessons yet. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's important now to kind of show them or give them those life lessons through our stories of our own so they don't have to live through it. Um, you know, some of them may benefit from that. You know, not all, but some. Some just have to go through it the damn self, you know, they're tercos. But, you know, the ones we can touch or help, we need to. He said, I wouldn't go that far. 3 days, you two are classic.
Oh, wow. Take
That's
it
her, bro.
seriously.
She
Take
did her
my
little
feelings seriously, please.
she did her little 3 days, bro, and she look at she's still talking about it.
It is exactly. I'm still talking about it because it was like the worst days of my entire life. I don't wish that on anybody.
Put it this
That
way,
was
Mike,
tragic.
while she was doing her 3 days, I was doing my 20 years. So
Okay, well, I mean, people were built different for that. You know what I mean? You wanted to be a Vato Loco, Choco, whatever. So I mean, there you go. That's what happens. I didn't. I didn't want that. And it was the most, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if y'all laugh at me. It was the most horrible days of my life. I swear. It was traumatic.
480 said, you're exactly right, Miss Cricket. While locked up and felt lonely or worthless, I just put in my head, it's not always going to be like this. I'll get out and meet someone and live my life, and it worked out. And it worked.
See, look
Yeah.
for it. Now you know you're young. You say you're good looking. You're cruising Food City for some chicks. I mean, life is great, isn't it?
There you go. Eyes don't lie. Said yes, but why are they worried about being accepted and cool? LOL. Because parents don't pull their kids toward them. Yeah, that's probably part of it. And you know, fuck, I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess society has that effect on kids too, because it's always been, you know, all the movies you watch, even during our era. If you remember all the Brat Pack movies, you know, it was all about the high school football star and the girlfriend and how you had the little nerd trying to be a part of it and you know everything was that type of shit, you know what I mean, and it bleeds into uh, real life, or maybe real life bleeds into that, whatever the case is. um, that's just how we're built because you know we're built to want to be a part of something,
Well, I
accepted.
just think they try to find love within their friends and in the street if they're not getting it from home.
Yeah.
If
And
they're
then if
not
you
getting it from home and the attention, you know, they
and
want
and
that attention.
and obviously, listen, if you grow up in a neighborhood where there's barrios, then the friends you have that you're looking, you know, where you're looking for the love from is gonna be homeboys, barrios, clicas, or whatever. If you grow up in the type of place where it's the high school and the cheerleaders and all that, then it's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I never hung out with nobody like in my little neighborhood. Not them. Not them girls.
yeah, but
Too,
I
too
mean,
crazy for me.
Sergio said, "Órale, Timo, welcome to your deep wrenching ceremony."
Who's gonna de-wrench him?
Nobody can do it.
Uh-oh.
I'm,
They're messing with you, Timo.
I'm the only deep
We know
wrencher.
that you live a wild life.
The only wrench I'm taking is Jovan's.
Take it. Ain't gonna do nothing with it.
Eyes don't lie said you have to get your kid to be more involved with you. I remember my dad would make me help him change his car oil. LOL.
Hmm.
Yeah, little things are like little, but I think, but see, you remember it, bro, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that, and you fucking remember it. That's how important it was to you. That even if such a small thing, it just that's shows how important that is for kids. You know what I'm saying? That's an example of that. He said, "My dad knew I was a troublemaker, so years later, I find out every morning him dropping me off at school, he would make two additional turns around the block to make sure I didn't come back out and skip school."
There you go. That's a good dad.
Yeah. White
Yeah.
fence is absolutely correct, said Eyes Don't Lie. Don't start, bro. Don't get
Oh,
on
yeah.
her side.
He knows what he's talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. Like I said, it's the little things. Like you said, you remember changing the oil in the car. It's those little memories that you don't think the kids will remember, but they do remember.
Yeah.
And then also you know, parents also do harm to their kids. You know, the kids remember when they were parading guys in their house and when, you know, they weren't there for them or they let that boyfriend of theirs talk down to them and mistreat them. They remember those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's parents just got to be careful. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool about the situation you said about your dad.
Timo said, "Órale, warden." Who? Sergio's the warden?
He's the good child.
That's funny.
I think we should
Jealous.
talk about what are we gonna do with Timo's life. He's, you know, a little razzle dazzle out there in the streets, you know, and
Right. Chele said, "Jovan, I want to know the parents of the 13 and 14-year-olds. They were at an apartment complex. Where were they? The kids were firing the gun off the roof. They said before they did this. And 14-year-old got it from his mom's drawer. Where was she? Probably at
mhm.
work. It's usually how it is." Sergio said, "Timo, LOL. Eyes Don't Lie said, we have a
Oh,
major problem in the U.S. with broken homes." Fuck yeah, we do. Mark Gonzaga said, "Cricket, what was Little Rob's name, if you don't mind me asking?" Little Rob was Robert Flores from Westside LCM.
why did I think he was from California?
Nah, Evil
No.
was. Evil was from California. He's from Orange County. But Little Rob was from Westside Milpas. Remember, he was in there for that quadruple homicide
Oh
that
yeah.
he ended up beating. Actually, he got out. Timo said, "Sergio, I get in late. Now I'm deep wrenched." He put the little emoji. 480 said, "I'm only saying this about my life because I want the youngsters to really know how it is to be incarcerated." Exactly. You got to tell it how it is. You know what I mean? That's I think one of the things that needs to be tackled is these vatos telling these stories like if it's the funnest fucking thing in the world to be torcido. Um, you know, it ain't none of that, man. Everybody wants to be cool, man. Everybody wants to be strong. Everybody wants to pretend like they're the hardest motherfuckers in the world. But if you do that, you're obviously number one lying, and number two, you're hurting kids, man, by not telling the truth about what it really is, man. I'll tell you right now, that shit fucked me. I hated being locked up, and I hated a lot of the shit that I did. Um, and I still do. I hate all that. It was a fucked up lifestyle. Uh, Eyes don't lie. Said you're a dad. Act like a fucking dad. Vato. Your mom. If you're a mom, act like a mom. You wanted to shoot dope or drink, you shouldn't have had a kid, puto. Right?
Exactly. Exactly. I
Exactly
think
right.
I think it needs to stop the minute you give life to a human being. Your life is over. It's over. You now live for that kid. You don't get to go and do drugs and just come and go as you want. You don't. That's over. It's over with.
Yeah.
And then the mom too though. Okay, if the guy leaves you, then take care of that kid. And if you know it's hard to take care of just that one kid, why are you going to go get another boyfriend and have another kid?
Right.
And you don't have to be educated to know that. You don't it's not rocket science, but if the parents, it starts with the parents. They have to take responsibility. They have to.
Yeah. Timo says, Sergio, what happened? What's the topic? So the topic today, we kind of jumped around, but I just said when we started, I wanted to have a little bit more of a serious discussion this live. So I told people ask me whatever. We talk about whatever, um, and I we got back into talking about kids and how we would go about getting them away from all that lifestyle and just basically what we're talking about now. Sergio said, Timo, LOL, no, just busting your balls. Eyes don't lie said, also, we have to look at the parents también, no? LOL. Oh, the parents también, no? LOL. Most likely that's what they saw.
Yeah,
Parents, yeah.
it's a generation that's passed down and passed down.
Yeah.
So my parents were obviously great parents, and their parents were too. And so it's like generations that were passed down. So it was really easy for me when I had a kid to know what to do. And then now when, my son has been with his girlfriend for what, 4 or 5 years now. They just had a anniversary.
Yeah.
He says he's going to be with her forever. Hopefully, if they get married, he'll know what to do also. So it's you have to pass these morals and generations down, but it has to stop somewhere. And kids need to know that, hey, we get it. Your parents are a piece of poop, but it doesn't mean you have to be that way and you have to live that lifestyle. Get through high school, get a good job, go to college. It's possible for you.
Yeah.
And if you don't think it's possible, come talk to all these people on our live. They'll tell you. They're all hard workers. They've all been there. Some have done 1 day to 20 years. You know what I mean? And look, so I feel that they just think like this is just what my life is. This is what I was born into, and that's it. I'm stuck. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be.
Sergio said, Timo, brainstorming ways to get to the kids before the courts do. How to spread the Chronicles message. Eyes don't lie said, then if it ain't bad parents or shitty parents, then they fucking go and make more kids with other women. Man, where is your logic, Vato? Right? I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love the comments. Finally, somebody who thinks a lot like how I think.
Yeah. ZG, what's up, homeboy? You said sup, Crick and Miss Crick. How you doing, ZG?
Hello.
Eyes don't lie said I will fight, bro, but you know what else? The system is so fucked up. Bro, these lawyers charge so much, man, that most people don't have money, bro. For me, I'll borrow and fight, but people give up. Yeah, that's true too. You're absolutely right. A lot of autos. I mean, it's the lack of funds that to continue that fight, man. And sometimes you can't blame a motherfucker for not being able to. Um, you know, although I'm sure most would do, not most, but the ones that are willing to would would uh would borrow every penny they could. Sometimes that's not enough, man, and it sucks that it's like that.
You know what though? I think I've noticed lately though that a lot of situations like the dad gets the kids half the time, the mom gets the kids half the time. I've seen that a lot. A lot of moms nowadays aren't trying to fight for their kids for 5 days a week and just have them go to their dad's house on the weekend. They're just not. They want to be out living that life, having a good old time. They just the mothers have become a little crazy nowadays. So I've
No
seen some
razzle
cases,
dazzle.
yeah, a little razzle dazzle. So I've seen a lot of cases where it works out for the dads that want it to.
Yeah. Timo said, "Oh, the conservative way. Okay, Sergio, bring back the three strikes law, lock up them kids forever, throw away the key. Never. That's not the answer, bro. Not not for me. Definitely not. I don't believe that kids should get life. I don't believe that kids should have the same consequences as an adult. I don't believe that when you're transferred to adult court, the sentencing guidelines should apply to a kid. The sentencing guidelines of an adult should apply to kids. I don't think that they should be held accountable the way an adult is. Do they? Should they be held accountable? Of course, there should be something. But you can't. No one can say, and on most other things, they will say that kids are not old, and that the young, whatever ages, are not old enough to, they're not old enough to smoke. They're not old enough to drink. They're not old enough to go to war. All of those things, then they shouldn't be held accountable like an adult to go to prison for life, um, because they did something that, like I said, I don't think they can fathom most of the consequences because of the childish mentality that they have. So they definitely don't. There's no fucking way. I don't believe that at all, Timo. That kids should be thrown locked away for. I don't give a fuck how many strikes they got. There's no way. Eyes Don't Lie said it's same system for criminal law, bro. So it's a few things, but it begins from the household. Yeah, that's true. If you stay out of that system, then we ain't gotta worry about it. You know what I mean? That's the main thing, is the avoidance.
And I'm not saying all parents are perfect, but even the mother and the father, if one of them has a problem or one becomes abusive or you know is an alcoholic, even though that's your biological son, the mother or the father need to say, "Hey, I got to pack up my kids and I got to go. I don't care if you're the biological mother or father. You're not acting like it, so I got to go." I mean, I know that we've talked about step parents, not truly being what they should be, but parents can be that too, and sometimes you got to realize you just take them out of the home and not, well, he's the father of my kids and I love him, so get out of there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, his thing ain't made of gold. You don't stay. Go. Pack up your babies and go. When you got out of prison, I know Mijo knew you. I knew he loved you. I knew he couldn't wait for you to get out and start our life because he didn't have you around and would always, talk about having you. But I asked him every day for like a year, Mijo, are you okay? Are you happy? Are you okay with your dad? He'd be like, yes. Like he would look at me like if I was crazy, like, I'm fine, mom. The moment he would have been like, no, I'm uncomfortable. I don't like it. I'd be like, okay, we're gone. Bye. Because it's not about me and you anymore. It's about that kid.
yeah,
Sorry, but I pick my kid over anybody.
yeah. Eyes Don't Lie said you can be in the pinta, but you can attempt to be on top of your kid, bro. Yeah, for sure. Eyes Don't
Yeah,
Lie said,
if the other parent is willing,
yeah, that's the problem.
that's
There's a lot of
that's
power in the ruca's hands, and it just depends on that person. So that's kind of the downside of it. So if you go to the joint, try to stay friends with your baby mama at least.
yeah.
Eyes don't.
This guy
Lies.
didn't care though. He'd still get crazy. You would. You didn't care.
Yeah. Well, you wasn't gonna do nothing. Eyes don't lie said out of sight, out of mind at times for kids, and you can't blame them. But let me tell you this too, bro. The mom plays a big role in that case. Good moms will train child to still respect and listen to dad. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
true. Jovan was good at that with my son. Sergio said, Timo, what? Joking, loco, you know me, he said. Mom gave Lil White Fence a three-piece combo, and he said, read you loud and clear, mom. Yeah, she was a little abusive.
Not like that. Stop it.
Eyes don't lie, said exactly, bro. You said it. The mother can always make things easier. She can. He is your dad. Listen to him. Doesn't matter. He's behind walls. He loves you. Wants your best, don't you see? So it takes two to tango. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Sergio said, Timo, oh, lol. I was like, what? He misread my comment, lol. Heart Life said, I don't like it when my kids fight, but I think it's good for them to experience adversity. I did not have stability or examples of it during my childhood, but I'm doing okay. It made me want to help others. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, siblings are gonna fight. That you're never gonna stop that.
And you know what? You probably just gotta let them because then in like 2 hours they're gonna be best friends again. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's just how it is.
Eyes don't lie. Said indeed, man. Not all kids have the DNA. Most don't actually, but that do, the small percentage that do, the parents need to be on top more. Blanco Fence got this parenting down. LOL.
Long opens.
Timo said, I'm late. My bad. You good, fool. Cut it out. It's all good.
The little emojis.
We all make mistakes. I do daily, but to realize it and check your mistakes is what's important. That's absolutely right. Yeah, you have to. You have to take responsibility. Period. At the end of the day, that's what grown people do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the joint is innocent. They still can't take responsibility. Timo, LOL. Timo said she said "vato loco choco." I don't lie. I see. I see blood bros grow up same way, same parents, same house. One became CPA, another one is doing 24 years, and that's the DNA I'm talking about. Siblings are also very important. Yeah,
Yeah.
it can be. Sergio said, "LOL." Eyes don't lie. I think movies and music influences too, bro. That's true. I agree. True. Yeah, for sure, man, bro. That's for damn sure. I remember um, being in Adobe when American Me came out, and they played it for us in Adobe Mountain. They showed us the movie. I guess they thought it was like an anti-prison thing or whatever. And for the next fucking the next few months, the whole prison was running around with all the kids had the shirts buttoned up to the top. They're running around with the pants pulled up to the belly button. Everybody thought like they were Mexican mafia. It was crazy, bro. That fucking movie influenced a lot of motherfuckers to stay on that path, bro. Um, that movie had the opposite effect of what I think a lot of people thought it was supposed to.
And they put, you know, ratings on these movies for a reason, parents. It's rated PG. It's rated, PG-13. I mean, you can't go to the movie theaters and get a ticket if you're under 13 for a certain movie. There's a reason for it, you
Yeah.
know.
Timo said, I didn't want to be home because my dad was drunk 24/7. Yeah,
Yeah. So you
that's
look
it.
for love and acceptance on the streets, and that's where it starts.
And Timo said, then Glee Club Gente was too crazy for me.
Oh, first of
No,
all, we were in Glee Club, and maybe we would have accepted you, Themo,
that
because you have
was
a little razzle dazzle in you.
That was Jovan's people, the damn Glee Club.
Snuggly Club.
Ben Cueva said, tapping out, Chronicles. Have a good night and productive day tomorrow. Until the next show, familia
Good
rato. Órale,
night.
Ben. Have a good one, brother. Mike Bristol said, if you grew up in the 90s, you were gang banging. That's it. Yeah?
No, not my family. And I grew
Yeah.
up on the west side of Phoenix, right there. Went to Trevor Brown, and nope.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think that also depends too. Yeah, it's gonna depend on where you're at, who you are, and how you grew up. Obviously,
You know how like they have that saying like happy wife, happy life, all that craziness. I guess it's kind of the same saying, happy home, happy kid, maybe or something like, if you have a good home, I don't think you really want to go out and be in trouble and get attention because you have attention at home.
yeah, could be. Yeah, probably right. Sergio said, "Órale, Ben, have a good night, bro." Mike Bristol said, "Today my stepson called me with a flat tire at the gas station. I drove to him. It needed air." Shake my head. Just needed air. Yeah, today
But
my son's
he's
car
gonna
wouldn't start.
he's gonna remember that though.
Yeah,
Gonna remember that for sure. That's amazing.
yeah, my son's wouldn't start today, and I had one of them little jumper boxes. Just jumped it. I think he left his lights on or something. Eyes don't lie said, "Hey, stating facts, mano. LOL. Definitely not judging or picking sides, bro. Right is right. Your girl got this down. LOL."
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we see she gets a big head, bro. We gotta.
No, because usually people side with you, and they get a little razzle dazzle on me, and just saying, it's
Eyes
nice
don't.
to be appreciated once in a while.
He said, one, thank you. Two, another thing White Fence is right about is most people don't think kids don't understand when they're 3 or 4 years old, but they do. And even if they didn't subconsciously, shit, hold on. Subconsciously, certain events are stored in their brains. Yeah, you probably, yeah. I mean, because like we said, that they'll definitely remember little things that we take for granted or don't think is such a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, being out there when your dad's doing an oil change, or I remember, like I said, those little trips to Mexico and just different shit like that.
I think that I know they're little. I'm like, oh, they're just babies, and oh, they're only 4 years old, and they're still little. They're cute. They don't know, but they do know, and that's the age to start, disciplining and showing them the right way. Because if you let them do whatever they want when they're 15, it's going to be really hard to try to discipline, when you've let them already for 15 years do whatever they want.
Yeah,
So it's you got to nip it.
yeah. Timo said brown men be, be getting their girls preggers, then they gone. Yeah, I mean that's that broken home thing that's going on. It happens. I'm not sure if it's only just brown men, but it's definitely. I mean, it is. I guess it is more prevalent in black and brown
Well,
families or
the
homes.
numbers are a lot higher in black and brown. It's
Yeah,
like 83% of the men are not in the household.
yeah,
You know,
it sucks. But eyes don't lie said, "I'm glad you changed your life, bro. Better late than never. You realize it's all bullshit." Oh yeah, definitely that. I'm glad I did too, bro. I was death row bound. I almost broke into song and I almost did the little jokes.
okay, well, don't do that.
No,
No.
Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard at what she said. There, my, you have a kid, your life is over. Oh yeah, bro, she reads my mind. LOL. I was gonna type that. Your life is really over. LOL.
Yeah, but it could be for good. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about like your life is over as far as like your selfish ways is
He
over.
gets it. That's what he
Yeah,
said. He was about to type that.
yeah.
Timo said, "Oh, we're serio, Sergio. Be serio." Eyes don't lie. Said my apologies for ruining the topic. Nah, you didn't. Shit, that's what we're talking about. LOL, said Sergio. It is a very important topic, bro, for our youth. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I think it's not spoken on enough, bro. And I think that a lot of people lose. Um, we they lose their train of thought going this route. Everybody wants to talk about helping kids, but um, you know, there's not enough helping kids.
I mean,
He
do they
said,
really want to?
"Who
I
knows?"
mean, when people say they want to, I mean, show me little something, something.
He said it's important because we are responsible for the next generation and thereafter. Serio
Yeah.
Sergio is your new name, said Timo. Timo, LOL, I'm working, so I drop a message and bounce, LOL. Right on, loco. He said, Yo, Crick, keep this girl very close to you and get her some flowers soon, vato. I don't want to brag, but before having my kid, I've been around many different women, bro. I get it. I'm realizing the comments are not coming in order, so my apologies. All good.
I might stick around for a little bit longer, a few years or so. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life, you know. My kid is gonna be 19 now, and you
She
know,
ain't going
so
nowhere.
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
I'm the catch here, bro. I'm the catch. I've already said it. Uh, he said, brag on, bro. Brag on. LOL, said Sergio. I'm very open minded and I always put myself in another shoes before judging. I was just on a live yesterday talking about the system for kids nowadays, where, as you know, they shut down the CYAs in Califas. I didn't know that. Did they really? So what now? Now they what? They really have a? Do they have a juvenile system now that's pre-18, or how is that going to work? Because I always used to trip out on the CYAs where you can go there as a kid, 15, 14, whatever, and all the way up to what, 21 was it, or 25 or some shit? It just seemed kind of crazy that they would mix those. In Arizona, it didn't happen like that. The minute you turned 18, that's it. You're going to the adult. But under 18, you couldn't be around an adult. So it was crazy, like that system over there that you guys had. So what are they gonna do now that the CYAs are closed, though? Eyes don't lie said she's right about moms nowadays, but I kind of wish my child mom was that so I can have my kid now. LOL. Then again, glad she's a good mom. She's just not great parent. Mom and parenting are different things. Yeah, I guess that could be true. Um, sometimes I think sometimes selfishness gets in the way of parenting. You want to get back at your kid's dad or at your kid's mom, so you do things that actually will probably have a detrimental effect on your kid, uh, and you do it because you're trying to get at your other, the significant other. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? You're playing games with your kid's life, and although yeah, you're hurting the other person, you're also hurting your own kid when you do shit like that because they deserve and need to have their mom and dad in their life. However, they get them. Sucks. You are absolutely correct about childish minds being convicted so heavily. Yeah, for real. Timo said, AKA Gladiator School. Oh, yeah, I see why he's. Yeah, my mom I said, why didn't you leave my drunk dad? And a lot of them old school moms didn't believe in that. Yeah,
I don't know. I think my mom would have. And there's old school or not, you pick your kid over anything.
yeah. I just think that sometimes, I think sometimes maybe they think they're doing the right thing by keeping your dad in your life, even though he drinks or what. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to get in somebody's mind and answer. What does she say when you ask her, bro? I'd be curious to know. What would be the answer? Is it love? Is it because I wanted your dad to be in your life? Is it? I mean, what is it?
I'd be like, your daddy's got to go away for a little bit, go to rehab, go get some help. We got to go on vacation to Nana's house for a little bit because, yeah, this isn't going to happen.
Johnny John, what's up, brother? He said, big hello from the east side of Phoenix. Good to see you're doing better, Cricket. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better, actually. I can walk. Eyes don't lie. I said, I'm not perfect, hermana. Definitely not. But also, I won't be bashing my kid's mom ever. And no matter how separated her and I are, I always will raise my kid to respect her mom and listen to her. She's the mom.
That's right. And, nobody, and even in your family or you, like, nobody can talk about your kid's mom but you. You know what I mean? Because that's your kid's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Timo said she would say Catholics don't do that. And I was like, oh, she do that. She admitted after. Yeah, Catholics.
Then that's the day I wouldn't be Catholic. That's the day I'd be like, all right, well, I guess I'm not Catholic today, that I have to leave this guy because he's obviously a bad influence around my kids. I wouldn't even let nobody cuss around my kid or smoke around my kid, yet alone, but who knows at the time what they're thinking. I just wish that parents would put their kids before anything.
Yeah.
Put your kid before that dick. Do you know what I'm saying? Please. You're supposed to. Put your
Mm-hmm.
kids before that girl, before that piece of ass. You're supposed to. They come first, no matter what.
Eyes don't lie, said, pero God help her if I find out another man comes in the pit. Ay, pobrecito, lol. And she knows this too. I don't
Yeah.
play that. If me, a man, cannot bring a new girl in the mix, she should definitely. Yeah, I will go
Hopefully
to
that really
jail.
works out.
Yeah, for sure. And the Timo said, no, but that CYA they had here wasn't no help. It was awful. Nowadays they don't know what to do with them kids. Yeah. Um, they don't. I don't think, and that's what's fucked up, brother. They've been doing the same thing for 30, 40 years, man. Um, in a lot of these systems, Arizona's the same shit, bro. I mean, everything they've been doing, and it hasn't changed in 30, 40 years. You would think that they would say, okay, this isn't working. Let's try something else. But instead, what they started doing is that whole get tough shit. They started transferring kids to adult, um, giving them time like adults and thinking that's going to work. And then you got these vatos getting out of doing 10 years in the pinta of only, 26 years old, 27 years old with no kind of skills. And somehow you expect them to now become whatever you expect them to become. It just ain't going to happen. Uh, it's, it's, it's just not the way to handle it. I don't think kids cannot. The consequences have to be different for kids. They just have to be. Um, but you can add some shit into the mix, right? Maybe instead of 10 years, they get 5, but it's 5 with intense uh, counseling. I don't know, something different, something that they haven't tried yet. There's so much that's out there that hasn't been tried, I think. because I remember, going through Adobe, going through all these things that are still going on now. Everything that I went through is still, so you're talking 20, 30 years of the same shit. And, they usually say, um, after a while, what do they say? Like, if you do the same thing and you get the same results, try something different, or they have so many fucking sayings, but you know what I mean. It's just crazy. Eyes don't lie. Say cricket definitely is logical. Órale, vato. Gracias. 480 said not always about how you look, Miss Cricket. Good looking, average, or whatever. Sometimes it's more than that. Just because someone the best looking doesn't mean you have it all or people are there for you.
What happened?
What are you doing? Trying to get into my stash?
You gonna jump me again?
No, go ahead. Cricks, check out my boy Cricket's incredible Javier's animated cartoon. Loco, that shit is going down in history. I'll check it out, fool. I'll juggle it. I'll check that out. Incredible Javier. I gotta see. I've never watched that one.
Can you guys hear me if I sit right here?
Probably.
Ow. Why do you look so low?
I'm sitting down in a chair. You're standing up.
Oh, you just look short.
Eyes Don't Lie said, "Oh man, American Me, ouch. That movie was a game changer. LOL. That and Scarface. I knew dudes that thought they were Tony Montana, but in reality, that was all that was all Pacino. LOL. Right? Great, but movies definitely influence." Timo said, "To be or Timo not to be is my Glee Club moment right about now." Forget Timo. Sergio said, "A family I knew was super involved with their kids. Church, sports, family functions every weekend. The two oldest still went." Damn it. Hold on. It's fucking bullshit.
Dang, you drink everything.
Here it is. A family I knew was family functions every weekend. The two oldest, there's none left. The two oldest still went their own way, got involved with the Norte, and they ended up catching an attempted murder together. Got 20 something years. Yeah, unfortunately,
That's
brothers.
very rare, though.
Yeah.
Those situations are very rare that, they have a good family and then the kid comes out a little jerk off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Rare,
I've heard it a couple times too, but yeah, I mean, it's rare, and it's rare for a reason. You know what I'm saying? The statistics are usually the other way. But can it happen? Of course. I mean, we know that. Don't lie. Eyes don't lie. Said Primo made a good point. Most kids that fuck up are kids that didn't want to be home. So parents need to make their household so enjoyable to be cool to be home. I hear them.
Exactly.
480 said there's fake friends and people you think are there for you are really not, especially the more time you're gone. People move on. That's the consequences in making bad choices. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, fuck. I went to the Pinta, bro, and all these friends that I had, I mean, I thought they were like my friends, right? These were my homies that, we fucking got drunk and started telling each other we love each other and all that bullshit. Fuck, I got locked up, but that's it. I got out. I never seen them, and it just whatever. Everybody moved on and forgot about poor little old Cricket.
Yeah. Your life just stopped right then and there. Theirs just moved on.
Yeah, that's it. Awesome person said, "Hey, Grillo, not to ask for war stories or anything. Is it true WVP has their own prison gang now?" I don't know, bro. I heard somebody saying um, something about that, but I don't know. To be honest with you, I'd never seen that. I mean, but you remember, I've been out of the state, since 2003. I went to the feds from 2003 all the way to 2015. So, um, as of 2003, no, but shit, that's, I mean, you're talking 20, 19 years. Yeah, 19 years so maybe, I don't know. Timo said, how long after Mijo was born did you go straight, Cricks? Um, I think he was, because, okay, so he was
I think I was
born,
pregnant, right?
no, he was
No.
born when I was in the state,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
I was in Florence in SMU1 and the VCU. I got back to the county jail. The feds picked me up, brought me back to the county jail. I got charged with all that stuff. Dreamer had set us up, and I was in the pod with everybody, and we were fighting the cases. My son was already born when all that shit happened with them talking about whacking her and all that. My son was probably a year old, maybe year and a half, maybe. I had sat in the county. We were fighting the cases for a while before.
I thought he was like 2 weeks old.
No, baby, I was in the county fighting the case when the feds came and showed me the letter and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but he was just a baby. Was he a year?
Maybe a little less than a year, but it was a while into it. It wasn't as soon as I got back from the state.
Mm.
We were there fighting the case for a while. Me and Chino and um, we were all right there in the pod together. And actually, at first, when we got to Madison, we were all in separate pods for probably about a month, and then they put us all in the pod together. Then they brought Pablo and then back from New Mexico. That was a couple because Pablo and them weren't there when we first got there. They brought Indio Pablo and the Cisnero brothers back from New Mexico a couple months into it. Then we were all right there for a while. Um, and so I didn't leave the pod until February of 2004, I think, because
Okay.
it was after my birthday. Um,
Yeah, then I guess Mijo was about 1, 2 years old.
yeah, but I mean, I that's when I left the pod. I had already dropped, like I was through with it. That shit had already come to light like 4 or 5 months before that, because I stayed in the pod for like 4 or 5 months after I found out all that shit, and he lied and said he was gonna leave it alone. Then it was like 2 months later when I found out he really didn't leave it alone. They were still gonna try to do that and all that shit. So Mijo was probably probably either a year, maybe a little less. I'm not exactly positive on the months there, but Eyes Don't Lie said, I'll say this too, bro. I remember I was terrified of my dad, lol, but the older I got, I realized it was fear, but respect too. If a kid isn't even a bit scared of the father, then they do what they want. Yeah, that might be true too. My son was scared of his mom.
Yeah, because you weren't around, but like, when they say the parents around, a kid acts up and then they do better with other people. Like when I
Yeah.
would go to work and stuff, my family would kind of let him do what they wanted because I was a little strict on him and he would kind of act up here and there. But they knew all they had to say was like, hey, you need to calm down or I'm going to call your mom or your mom's going to be here in a little bit and I'm going to let her know. And he acted right real quick. And
Yeah.
I spoiled the crap out of my kid. And he was a very spoiled child and had everything and he was very much loved. Um, but I couldn't have a rude kid. I had to have, you know what I mean? I couldn't. I wasn't going to allow him to be rude or disrespectful. he was a kid, so he needed to act like one. And he wasn't
Yeah.
going to talk to adults a certain way or cuss or do this or do that just because like there was just no way. So it was crazy because he was very well disciplined, but he was really spoiled too. So
Yeah. And when I got out, he was he definitely respected me. I don't know if he feared me, but he definitely respected me, and he listened to me, and I became kind of like the disciplinarian kind of. I never hit him, spanked him, or none of that, but I definitely was more involved in all that. Johnny John said everybody has a choice, even kids. If they know the difference between cold and hot, they know the difference between right and wrong. I
exactly.
believe I believe that. I believe they know the difference between right and wrong. Where I think, you know, maybe people may disagree with me. Is I don't think they know they can fathom the consequences though. Yes, they know right and wrong, but I don't think they understand how how the consequences can affect them. I don't think they know what 10 years in prison really means. It's just a word to them. You know what I'm saying? Their mentality, the childish mentality, is like thinking, "Well, I'll get 10, but my mom will come get me out," or something like that. Like they're not thinking clearly about it. Yes, of course they know right from wrong. That's not a question.
But I think these are more for kids who have never had discipline in their life. Like a kid like you growing up. You just couldn't imagine that or whatever because you were young. Me though, if I was going to be late, already in my mind, I was scared of my parents. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. I'm going to get so grounded. I'm so in trouble. And I was like for 10 minutes late. If they told me I had to be home at 11 and I was home at 11:10, I knew I was going to get it.
Yeah,
And so my mind was like, if I'm scared to be 10 minutes late to come home, I don't even want to imagine other things in life that other people are doing that are crazy. You didn't have structure or discipline. So you're just out acting a fool out in the streets. So when they gave it to you, you're just like, no, it's not going to happen. But it did happen,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Let's see, where are we? Eyes don't lie said I should actually not take her side so much now I think about it. Don't send that wheeler out for me, bro. LOL. I'll take your side too. Sir just said LOL. I know what you mean about your life is over. Simone said eyes don't lie. Eyes don't lie said I remember we had too much respect not only for our parents but our neighbors too, man. God forbid my mom or dad saw me speak sideways to an elderly, bro. Nowadays, they cuss out senior citizens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
times have changed for sure. The
It's the
respect.
morals and it's the traditions. Like I
Yeah,
was just talking to my mom about this. Like, um, I used to have this friend who her daughter was just out of control, and she was like 4 years old. And me and her mom would be talking like grown up conversation, and she would just chime in, and the mom would stop to talk to her about what we're talking about, and I'm like, dude, she's 4. Like we're having a grown up conversation. I know that when I was little, when my aunts and my grandma and my mom and everybody was at the table and they were talking, us kids knew not to go in that kitchen or to the table. We knew better. I mean,
yeah,
somebody better be dying for us to go and interrupt them. But they don't have those values and those morals anymore. Old school tradition. They just don't have those things anymore. So the kids are just out of control. And the parents, they act crazy. So when you look at the kid, you're like, I wonder why the kid is like that. Well, look at the parent. Look at what they're the product of.
yeah. That's
Look at
true.
their parents. They're over there acting a fool too. Did you think the kid was going to come out any better? Look at it, you know?
Timo said, "Have another baby, yay, yay, like Goyo style." Eyes
Well,
don't lie.
I
Mhm.
don't know. We kept talking about that. I think that it got late when he got out of prison, my son was 13, and he was so against us having another baby just because he was only a child, and he was spoiled, and I fed into that because he is my kid, and I didn't want him to feel jealous or some sort of type of way. So I didn't want to have another kid for the longest time. And then when my kid was like 17, he's like, "Yeah, I don't care anymore." And I'm like, "Okay, well, you're okay with it." And again, it's me putting my kid first.
Yeah. Eyes don't lie said, I'm the catch, LOL. Yeah, that's me. He said, thank you, Sergio, pero no más. Timo said they were locking them up, but most of the time you get more time. I'm not really sure. I got to check it out more. Oh, okay. Let's see what that's about. I wonder what they're doing for real. 480 said, drinking peach parfait smoothie with whole grains and cream. It's so bomb. This is the shit I used to wish I had while incarcerated, and no, I'm enjoying it. Shit. Like, this makes me to stay straight.
That sounds good, actually. You know, it sounds good. We passed by this tropical smoothie place.
Yeah. Tropical smoothie. I
Yeah,
need to
that
get
sounds really
tomorrow.
good tomorrow because they make it all like fresh and stuff. And
I was having Mijo bring me that to the hospital.
yeah, when Mijo gets on his little health nut trips, he loves to eat there because like it's all like organic and all this craziness.
Eyes don't lie. I said you're absolutely right about selfishness, bro. To get back to other parents, but that's what I mean. You get it all, Vato. Yeah. That's another thing, bro. 18 and you're sent to the pinta, bro. 18-year-old doesn't belong behind those walls. Not at all. You're right. I'm telling you, I was 17 when I got transferred. Um, I turned 18 in the county jail, so they put me downstairs with the adults. And I was about seven. I was about 18 and a half, 6 months into 6 months later, when I went to prison, and I was immature. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and then I'm trying to prove something. I'm trying to be accepted. So right away, I'm like, hey, put the pico in my hand and tell me where to go. It was just, it was stupidity, but it was childish mentality. You know what I mean? It was still trying to prove something, trying to be cool, trying to be a part of something. It was all of that bullshit, and you know, it led to what it led to, man. Timo said the subject went left when some righties were just saying, in other words, fuck them kids, and we were saying we can't just lock them up. No, you can't. I mean, you can and you can't, right? I mean, there needs to. I think that consequences matter, but it can't just be warehousing. Not for kids. Not for kids. If you're grown, hey, consequences are what they are. You got it coming. You knew it was coming. Deal with it. Kids, we're talking about different mentality, different way of processing things. It has to be different. But that's the problem, not leaving an awful role model to your seed. Your kid comes first, and even if a parent is a threat to kids' well being, you should leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I my baby comes first. This guy, I'm kicking him to the curb if he even looks crazy at my kid.
Listen, please.
I'm not playing.
I looked at him crazy earlier. Can you guys both please go?
When did you look at him crazy earlier?
Earlier, we're eating. I looked at him crazy, said, fuck this kid.
No, you didn't. No, you
I said,
didn't.
oh, you got to take him and be safe.
No, you didn't. Mm-mm.
Little fucker keeps wearing my socks. And 480 said it's time for Cricket and White Fence to have another kid so Cricket can enjoy raising a baby from start until forever. People say, yeah, we tried the rehabs y todo. Needless to say, my jefita was a saint. Never drank and did drugs. Yeah. Eyes don't lie. It's a great thing to want to stick Tog. Stick with something and fight it through tough times, bro. But sometimes you have to do what's right for your child. Heart emotions at times supersede the mind. Timo said, Mom said bad word. Oh.
I
What'd you
did.
say? What'd you
I,
say?
I said the D word.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
guess I
don't
should have
like.
said penis instead. But it was in the moment.
Please don't. Let's leave both those words out of my shit.
Okay. Well, it was an example. Like, women pick your kid over that. Please.
Yeah, it's true. It is
It's
true.
not that hard. I don't know what other word to use.
Yeah. Eyes don't lie says she's absolutely right, bro. Kids come before all. Bro, my kid comes before my mama, and that's a hard pick, but I'll take my kid, lol.
See, that's so true.
Timo said that's what was said. These kids are gonna be out one day, but in them 3 strike days they were throwing away a lot of folks, kids as adults. Yeah, that's some bullshit. You can't do it, man. You cannot. The consequences can't be the same for kids as adults. It just can't be, man. It's so fucking hypocritical to do it too, because you're saying a kid is not old enough to decide that he can drink or that he can smoke or that he can go to war to the military, but he's old enough to know right from, well, yes, we know right from wrong, but but the consequences of it, you know what I'm saying? He's old enough at 15, 16 to spend the rest of his life in prison. I just don't see it, man. I can't agree with that. I just can't. Eyes don't lie said, I want to recommend something to y'all. YouTube prisons in Norway. I think it was Norway, but also like Germany or Austria, bro. Their prison system is opposite of here. That's real rehabilitation. Vatos got keys to their own cells, special diets. LOL. I was like, man, I wish. LOL. Yeah, right. Paul Chavez says, sup, Creeks? What's up, brother? How you doing, Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Paul Chavez is in the house. Timo said oh shit. The the crickets got a hookup, brother. It's about that time.
The what?
The crickets, they got that other vato that he got the channel.
Oh,
I agree about looks. Looks ain't always it. If you're a beauty but brainless or useless, lol, then what? I know, right? He said
yeah.
we can hear you. Oh, they can hear you when you're sitting there. I really love what you said. I don't like people cuss around my kids. Órale, hermana. Let me say this too. So many girls went and got pregnant or married young just so they leave that house because dad or mom were so awful to be around. This is one I've seen happen a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they still, I mean, again, that's still some like the childish mentality, you know? They got to grow up, man, and realize that now they have a responsibility with that kid and, that they have a life in their hands, you know? Chella said, what I missed was away for a little bit. Nothing. We just solved the theory of relativity. We found out that Einstein was wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome person said, good night, folks. Got an early morning. Órale, brother.
Good night. We probably should be getting off here soon too. It's getting really late.
Yeah, we got 2.5 hours in. I'm going to finish these comments, and that's what we going to do.
Got a busy day tomorrow.
Timo said, good God, they had no shame. Poor mom, Miss Criqueta. Eyes don't lie said, then what happens? Because the kid rushed in, got pregnant or married at a young age, she chose the wrong guy, and so now her family's in shambles. You see, this is the problem. We need to fix issues before they become a problem. Yeah,
Yeah. Girls need
teenage
to be talked to also. Girls, that don't be so naive and, you know,
teenage pregnancy. Leads to broken homes for sure. These kids don't know how to stay together and do. It's rare that high school sweethearts are gonna end up for life. You know what I mean?
Faux life?
For life, but they have kids, and that's
Yeah.
for life.
Because when you're in high school and you do have that high school sweetheart, that's all you think about. I'm gonna be with this guy. I'm gonna end up with him for the rest of my life. I mean, I thought that a couple of times, in high school, and look it, obviously not. But I wish that somebody was there to tell me, like, hey, you're hanging out with the wrong crowd, and this guy, you met this guy in jail, really? Like that was like it was like normal. Like I wish somebody was there to tell me something, but the people that I was around were doing the same thing, so it was easy to get caught up in.
Yeah. Let's see, where were we? Yeah. Hey Pete, good night, brother. Said Timo. I'm kind of scared of Criqueta, loco. Said Timo.
Yeah, it's definitely scary.
If you love food, you'll be watching TV and nothing but commercials about food and wishing you could have it. Is that what y'all want? That's just the beginning of it. Most of all, you be missing your family. Yeah. ¿Qué onda, loco? It's nice to see you, G. ¿Qué pajo, George? How you doing, brother? Right back at you, brother. Ya sabes. Hermana was raised right. Yep, that's why they call her white fence, bro. She was raised with a white picket fence.
Hater.
480 said, I'm terrified of Miss Cricket and will and deep down Mr. Cricket might be as well. LOL.
Whatever.
Chella said, no excuse now, Ma. Get busy and have a baby.
Oh my God. Busy?
I just lie. Oh my God, I feel her so much about fearing parents. First time I got locked up, I didn't even care about the charges. I was thinking my dad gonna kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't really have that. I just don't lie. I said all men are immature at 18, bro. All don't care how mature you think you were. This country has become about locking people up, and we know why. Money. Yep. Say ding dong, Miss Criqueta. Yeah, that's probably
I
better.
should have, right? Yeah, I should have.
I just don't lie. Kids old enough to smoke at 18 because they making money, just like prison. Shit, but now they even changed that. Some states it's 21. Can't smoke till you're 21, bro. It's crazy. But they'll give you a life sentence. Fuck around. Timo said the prison system has grown to be a money making business. Yeah. CCAs, I don't even know if they have CCAs anymore, but they got the Geo company. What else do they have? Fucking all of
You
them.
got to stop giving them a reason to,
Yeah, that's the problem.
I mean,
That's for damn sure. Okay, enough about Doug, said Timo.
oh my God. I
I
mean,
Great stuff. We need topics as such to be pushed continuously and inject this into people to do better because the result of the generations after us is in our hands. Good stuff. Thank you, but yeah, for sure we need to do that. I just wish that we could do it on a bigger platform and more people would get involved and really, really try to figure this shit out. Isn't it? Isn't it sad how it was so normal to date a guy in jail or out of jail at that age? Shake my hand.
yeah.
Yep. Demo facts. Oh my God, I'm dead. I'm lying, trying to figure out the white fence part pertaining to this decent human being. LOL. Oh, you were trying to figure out why they called her white fence? That's what it is. The
Oh,
the chat gave her this chat gave her that name, bro, from that because they said she was she was raised with a white picket fence.
they're hating on me. Haters.
He's laughing. Y'all got me there. Pretty creative, actually. 18 to 21, bro. I was smoking at 16. Shit, I started smoking at 12. You're going to get fined what you want. This is why I believe in legalizing many things, not all, but many. Yeah, I was smoking at like 12, bro. And you know what's crazy is when you get transferred to adult court and you went to the juvenile pinta in Arizona, it's called Rincon Minors, right? And you could only be there till you're 18. As soon as you turn 18, they're going to put you in the adult yard. But you were allowed to buy frajos from the commissary. You could be 14, bro, in the Rincon Minors, and you could buy frajos from commissary. It was crazy. The state was selling you cigarettes at 14, 15, didn't matter. Timo said, "Don't lie, I like you, brother. For FYI, sometimes me and mom go at it from time to time. Don't trip."
What? What are you saying? Don't.
He's letting homie know that
Oh, yes.
you two be
Sometimes
going.
Demo's like the stubborn child. You gotta rough him up, give him a little headlock. But, I love how we can disagree to agree. Sometimes he has his points, I have mine. And and sometimes like after the lives when there was something that I thought, like, no, I felt strongly about this. Sometimes I get off and I'm like, you know what? Okay, I see it from his point of view now, or from that person's point of view. And it's good just to get everybody's input. You know what I mean? And there was a couple times that I've gotten off theme when I'm like, he was right. You know what I mean? Or dang it, whatever. But I really enjoy these conversations, and I'm glad that we're just not all agreeing and yeah, Cricket, you're right. And no. I'm glad that we all can be different and disagree and not and do it in a respectful manner.
Yeah. Y'all look tired. Y'all go rest. Don't want to hold you. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. where we're at right now. But let me finish this. Timo said, let me guess. Tom gave her that name, huh? Who gave her that name? I don't
It
think
was
so.
Sergio. No, it was Sergio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, he said, white fence, you're still very welcome.
Yeah, that was Sergio.
He said, Timo, nope, me. Silver spoon goon.
It's
Serio,
true.
Sergio, you did? He
Hey.
put LOL, yup. Great podcast, bro. Thanks, bro. They should have never removed cigarettes from the joint. We still got them in Arizona. You can still buy them in Arizona. Still smokes. Most of the time, I'm right," said Timo. Timo, órale.
No, we're like 50-50, Timo. I'll give you that. But I know that we really do enjoy, everybody's conversations and opinions in here. And we've become like this really tight community that if somebody's not here, we're looking for them and
Yeah,
hoping that they're well, if we don't see them on here.
yeah. White fence. That's how we sound," said Sergio.
Yeah,
Timo,
that voice.
Timo said, "Yeah, some YouTube channels just agree with everything," said Timo. Eyes don't lie said you have to be a friend to your child, but a parent first. Let them know not to ever confuse the two and not take kindness for weakness, but you can learn from a 12-year-old. My niece taught me many things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Timo
And,
said,
and I know I might sound like a strict, crazy parent, but I do have a really big soft spot for kids. Like, my nieces and nephews are like back home right now. Every day they're like, "Can you come earlier?" They're crying for me. I'm that aunt that's outside playing with them, swimming with them. Like, I love kids to death because they're just so innocent. But, kids are kids and they still need to be led down the right path, and they do need some type of, you know, disciplinary type show them the right way. I'm not going to let a kid around me that's cussing and giving the finger. Like, that's not okay. That's not funny. It's not cute.
yeah,
They're going to continue to do that, and then it's going to be harder to later take away those bad habits. So, I mean, you could be strict, but still have fun and, do your thing.
mm-hmm. So let me see. He said, Timo said, not here, brother. Welcome, bro. Damn, all right, go, guys. Thank you, said eyes don't lie. And then he put a little emoji. 7 to 30 more likes. So just
Sound
said,
what?
I don't know. Timo put 70 to 30, more like.
Oh, because I said 50-50.
Oh,
But that's
so
just him being rebellious. He's got a little rebelliousness to him, and he's know out in the streets and stuff. And
right.
but
We gotta. We'll find Timo on the streets. Have to bring him home sometimes. All
yeah,
gone.
yeah, you know.
Let me see. Uh, Eyes don't lie. Said, "Nah, you great parent, mana, and homie is too, because he chose you. That there shows his better judgment."
Yeah, I'm glad he chose me and his kid too. Because if he didn't, then we would be gone.
I don't think he'd be gone.
If
You told
you
me
chose
once.
them, if you chose them over my life,
You told me once. Oh well, that's a different story. But you told me once that you would have stuck around at least until they killed me on the death row.
oh yeah, if you went to death row and you're gone, I don't deserve
Yeah,
to be happy in life.
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Well, when my kid turns 18, then I go live my life. Obviously wouldn't get married or anything in front of my kid. I would wait till he's 18, wait till you're done off death row, and then start living for me.
Till I'm done off death row.
Well, when you're gone, you know.
480 said, "Yep,
I'm
you have to
being
be
honest.
21.
I'm being honest.
You have to be 21 in Arizona to buy cigarettes. I always say who you choose to be with says a lot about you." Timo said, "Criqueta, Uncle Timo lays down the smackdown, believe it or not." Timo and I'm out, said Eyes. Why, Eyes don't lie. Yeah, us too. Timo's a YouTube host, said Sergio.
Oh
Hit the,
no, putting his
you,
business out there.
you too, Sergio. You guys be out there together.
But see, Sergio is a different type of hoe. He's like a classy, quiet one. You know what I mean? Like,
He's always he comes back before the lights are out.
yeah, like there's two different types. If that
let's
makes
shut
any
it.
sense at all.
Let's shut it down. Hit that like one time, guys. Gracias, Sergio. You called me up. And that's it. Have a good night. Eyes don't lie. Team Mr. Crickets at 4-8. Yeah. Sergio said LOL.
Wow.
Sergio too. Likewise said Eyes don't lie. Done with death row. What that mean? She said once they killed me, then she would move on, but she would let me stay there till I was dead. I don't know what she means by done with death row.
Well,
480 said
like
lights
once
out.
they
Please.
kill you, I'm not
Sergio
gonna.
said, "I come home when the street lights come on," he said. That's right. Better keep your head up right, bro. We need you out here so we steer people the right way. No mas pinta. Yeah, no. I've been out for 7 years, bro. I walked away from all that shit and doing me and living my life. He comes when timer is on, said Chele. He's the one that tells. Oh, he's the one that tells. Sheriff Joe will leave the lights on for y'all 24 hours a day, or the new sheriff, whatever his name is. Oh, I know,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Timo LOL, I'm the one that goes looking for you, said Sergio.
There you
Orale,
go. See?
we're shutting this shit down, everybody. Thank you guys again for another great night, for listening, for allowing us to partake in these conversations and just letting us do our thing the way we do it. Trying to figure out this world that we got going on with these kids.
Remember, we're
Um,
still doing the back to school backpacks for kids. I have the
yeah,
backpacks. They're going to be delivered by the 23rd of June.
yeah. Um,
And we got to
she
get
just
that
bought
going, guys.
one pack so far, which is 24 backpacks. Hopefully, we can get some more. Um, it doesn't look like we're gonna do the chess tournament thing. Nobody is really like signed up, so just I guess we're just gonna do the fundraiser for the backpacks and we'll do it like that. So the best way is obviously Cash App, Venmo, all that stuff. Everybody knows it. If you guys still want to do the chess tournament, let me know and I'll put it together. It's just like I have no names to put on the bracket because nobody has really signed up. So I don't know if that's really even gonna work. But whatever we do, and I'm still we'll figure it out as we go. So
Good night,
uh,
everybody. Have a good day. Have a good work day. Hug and kiss your babies. They're our life. Be safe out there. If you have a bad day, remember you can always redo it tomorrow. Guys, keep your
yeah,
heads up. We'll see you guys mañana, maybe.
Sir just said that's because chess is hard. LOL.
Oh,
I don't know. We're out of here.
you're gonna come massage
Until
my back.
no, fuck you. It's your turn. You said you were gonna do me tonight. Don't start your shit.
I cooked today and even did dessert and everything.
I'm shutting
Get
this
off
shit.
this live so we can talk about it.
I almost fucking died. How about that?
Oh my God, you guys, he's been using that every day now.
I don't even have my medicine, or I could be dying right now.
All
See?
right. All right.
If I don't wake up in the morning and you didn't even give me my massage.
All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good night.
See, that worked. Órale pues. Hasta mañana. A rato.
Hasta luego.